I say.
I need jowls for this.
A blustery old British good morning
British
to
man.
you, Sue, sir.
Blustery British good morning.
Yeah.
I'm a blustery British boy. A B cubed.
I can't think of any other way that I'd rather introduce you on this Talk Tuesday than my good blustery British boy. Josh was still.
I can't do a British accent for the life.
Oh, he's still loading, isn't it?
I'll never stop loading, baby.
Oh, you still fucking loading?
How are you, Andrew?
I am blustery. I am British, and I am boy. I'm thinking we just have a whole rebrand, the Blustery British Boys, at this point.
That's our new podcast.
But we
show.
never talk in a British accent, and everyone's like, "Wait, aren't they?" I thought their whole thing was they're British. We're like, "Yeah, what's up? Hey, how's it going? We're the Blustery British Boys. We're here to come at you again, straight from South London."
You ever see? There's a really funny thing. Like, what if we were technically British citizens, but we grew up here in the U.S., so we never spoke with a British accent, type of thing?
Yeah.
There is a thing. I don't know if this is a true news story or not or something, but like there is that one news story about a white kid who grew up in like China or Japan or something like that. So when he came to America, everyone thought he was being racist because he spoke with an Asian accent.
Oh my god!
But he could only he grew up literally speaking the language. So he came over when he learned English as a second language. He had the Asian accent. Now I don't know if that's true or not. That could have been a comedy bit. I'm not going to take it as I saw it on like a fucking Instagram reel. That doesn't mean it's true, but
right.
That idea is kind of funny.
That is hilarious. That playing out in my mind was one of the funnier things that I've thought about.
If I can find the video, I'll send it to you.
One of the funniest things I've played in my mind's movie maker. I used to call it, when I was a kid, I used to call it, when you rub your eyes and you see colors? I used to call that watching my movie. I'm watching my movie right now. Don't talk to me. And I'm like tripping out on these like psychedelic visuals that look like the original Xbox music.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Do you remember the music player on the original Xbox?
Yes,
it was so trippy. I used to sit and watch that for hours. No wonder I turned out the way that I did.
I would rip music to my Xbox, which is still on there, by the way. But the thing is, since it couldn't read, it's not like it was connected to the internet, and so it didn't have the data, so you would have to manually type in all the track titles and everything.
Yes. Oh my god, I hated that. Yep. The Windows Movie, not Windows Movie Maker, Windows Media Player.
Mm-hmm. Now it's kind of hard for me to go back because a lot of that's Christian music, and now I'm kind of like,
Oh yeah, I was talking about this with Polisa, and there are still some Christian bands that I will absolutely bump guilt free, like Reliant K, Five Iron Frenzy, freaking 1,000 Foot Crutch. Remember them?
Reliant K has promoted like non-binary Christian artists too.
That's right. We were talking about this before, and I think a lot of them have deconstructed as well.
Yes. Oh man, I had some big deconstruction like revelations today. I don't know if this is a place to go into it, but
let's get into it.
Well, I was thinking
if you're comfortable.
Yeah, it's fine. I was thinking about this, growing up in an evangelical church, it's always like, or an evangelical household, you always refer to God as him and as male, and I always find it funny that I really want to go up to them and say, so does God have a penis then? Because as far as I know, God doesn't really have a form. You could say Jesus had a penis.
Jesus had a penis. Hashtag Jesus had a penis. Josh Koval 2025.
But then I was like, so if God is like this thing, then how does he? I don't know, I thought gender and sex were the same thing, so wouldn't God have a penis?
Yeah, if we were made in his image.
But then also, if men and women are made in his image, why is there not a female version of God?
Right.
Type of thing?
It's why isn't it
if
non-binary?
we're all made in God's image, why are you referring to God as a him?
Yeah.
And it's funny how
The
like
answer
when
is
you're
simple.
like, well, that's just, and whenever the problem that it always is like, they always go, well, if you try to ask a question that they literally cannot answer, it's like, well, God works in mysterious ways, or God, we don't understand God's plans, and
Our
like
ways are not God's ways. It's
ours
not
ways are not God's
for
ways. So
us to
then I'm
know.
like, so you are trusting that, so then you believe God is a dude, like where what like
Yeah.
yes, the Bible uses he, but like that there's a lot of ways that could have just been like, well, the time it was written, it was considered more normal for this type of thing. There's so many like cultural things that it just, I don't know. That was my most recent deconstructionist thing, where it's like it's weird to gender God when God never really has a, like there's no indication of God like having a penis anywhere, with the exception of Christ, which you people consider the Godhead, three beings in one. It's evangelicalism is fucking weird. Like
Sure is.
it just it's crazy. So that was my kind of thing today, where I'm like, it's weird that God is gendered.
Yeah.
When it's like we claim God is a supernatural being, but we still decide to
Right.
gender
Because
them.
patriarchy knows no bounds.
God has to be male because
Yeah. Because I have to actually respect its authority. So, like, why would it be anything other than a man?
So yeah, just randomly thinking about that. Yeah. We should get started though. I do want to begin with that. We were talking a bit off mic about like what we're going to chat about this week.
Yeah.
Start off with something a little bit sad. The second week in a row, man, where
I was-
someone in the video game space has passed away. Sadly, passed away. Last week was it Kari Hiroyuki? What's his last name?
Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa. Shang Tsung.
Tagawa. Yeah. Because it's the three name, the hyphenated double last name that always gets me.
Yeah.
I can remember Kari and Hiroyuki, but it was Tagawa that I can never remember.
Interestingly enough, it's his first name that's hyphenated. His first name is Kari Hiroyuki.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
bad.
So I wonder if
I
that's
can remember
like
his whole first name.
I know.
I can't remember his last name.
I know. How non-Japanese of you.
I know, right?
Tagawa-san.
So the other person who passed away was Jim Ward, who was the voice of Captain Quark
Yeah.
in Ratchet and Clank, which is my personal favorite game series. So
I know.
his performance as Captain Quark is one of the funniest. Like, if you ever get a chance to like watch clips of play Ratchet and Clank, first of all, it's a great fucking series. It is phenomenal. But even if you don't play it, just watch cutscenes specifically with Captain Quark, and his comedic timing is genius. It's Jim Ward was a legend, man. He also, for any of you Fairly Odd Parents fans, was Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. So,
and he was also one other main character that I'm blanking on the name of.
He was Chet You Betcha, I think, on
Chet You Betcha. Thank you. Yes.
on Chet You Betcha on Fairly Odd Parents as well. So first, not to. So earlier in the week, I think it was Jeffrey Garcia, who was the voice of Sheen on.
Yes, he passed away too.
Jimmy Neutron died. And I was like, what the heck? Oh man, Sheen died. That was never really my show. In fact, I kind of always hated that show. Despite despite the frequency in which I do a Carl Weezer impression, like sometimes I find myself around the house going like police will be like, oh, who did you say, we were going to hang out with? And I'd be like, Jimmy's mom. Oh, geez, Jim, your mom's a real MILF.
Jesus Christ.
I know. But I saw that and I was like, oh, man, Sheen. I'm sad that he's gone, but I didn't have a whole lot of personal stake in that series. And then, right after that, I saw first it headlined as voice actor of Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Jim Ward died, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm a little bit sad about that. I liked Fairly Odd Parents enough." And then I saw that he also voiced Captain Quark, and I was like, "No, Josh is gonna be so sad." Like I literally thought of you first. Like you are, I assign Ratchet and Clank to you the way that you probably assign Mortal Kombat and Jet Set Radio to me.
Literally, when the news that Hiroyuki Tagawa passed away, we had finished our stream 2 weeks ago, and I texted you at like 11:30. I'm like, dude, what?
I know.
It's heartbreaking.
It
sucks, dude. And so Jim Ward, it's not surprising though. Like,
was he sick?
I don't know. Yeah, he had dementia. Or Alzheimer's. Something like that, some mentally degenerative disease.
Dang.
So it's not really surprising. He had been sick for a while. He got diagnosed with it in like the late 2010s, like 2018, 2019, something like that. And then he got hit with really gnarly COVID. And that pretty much completely knocked him out of like a voiceover performance.
Right. And not to mention the neurological effects that can have.
Mm-hmm. So you combine those two together, like COVID and like dementia or whatever. Let me double check, make sure I have that correct. But it's frustrating too, because right when I started getting like doing like interviews on the podcast, and actually, sorry, he had an 8-year battle with Alzheimer's. So yeah.
Okay. Man, I have a funny story, unfortunately, relating to his death that I wish I had told before you told me that. I'm going to tell it anyway, but I'll let you finish.
My gosh, excuse me. He did so many different things. He was in the new Looney Tunes. He played a character named Squint Eastwood.
Squint Eastwood. That's great. Yo,
I love that.
We were just talking about how like side characters and stuff in like Nickelodeon cartoons and Cartoon Network cartoons were so good. We were just going through like Chet You Betcha is hilarious. Like that's such a great comedic name. I came up with a character. I don't know what I'm going to put her in. Something I need to put this on the internet somewhere so that I can have some claim to copyright if somebody ever creates this character somewhere. I want a very like robust, rotund old Italian woman who's like an incredible cook to be in something that I create, and her name is going to be Alada Ricotta. It's me, Alada Ricotta. Because that's what she cooks with.
What's the clip from Make Some Noise that I sent you? It was like the Betty Spaghetti. Or Gal Dente.
Gal Dente was great. Gal Dente was a great pull.
So fucking genius. So no, Jim Ward. Sorry, I have been paying attention. I know we were talking off mic last week. I'm like, I tend to towards the end of the stream I zone out a bit. So viewers, hold me accountable.
Yeah. Throw a tomato at your screen if you see Josh just on his computer.
But so he was dealing with Alzheimer's for the last 8 years. So I'm not surprised. And what I was going to say was because I kind of got all over the place there, so I kind of got sidetracked myself. I wanted to have him on the podcast, and right when I started actually getting to interview people in the industry like Austin Wintory and Gareth Coker and like Sissy Jones, who we've interviewed together.
Yeah, I love her.
She's awesome. I haven't talked to her since our interview. I feel like
I talk to her every year on our birthday.
I know, because you share a birthday.
Yeah.
I'm jealous because she doesn't talk to me at all.
No,
I don't take it personally. She's a busy woman.
Yeah,
especially with her work with Nava. Shout out to Nava.
I was just gonna say that, and she's in. Was it Baldur's Gate? She was in something really high profile.
I think she was. Yeah, but so right when I started being able, like feeling, it was in 2020 that started happening, and obviously like I'm not keeping track of voice actors' personal lives. So when I started like doing that, I'm like, oh man, I would love to get Jim Ward on. I love Captain Quark so much, and that's when I started looking up. I was trying to find his contact info, and then I saw because I will go to their Wikipedia, because sometimes they have links to websites or to personal, like the social media pages or this and that. And I saw that he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I'm like, well, I'm not going to reach out to him now, even if he's like fine, like even if he was still doing well, like cognitively.
Yeah,
I don't want to, like, I don't know, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, it feels like when they were like in the last couple of years of Stan Lee's life, where it felt like they were just kind of parading his
Yeah.
almost dead body around just to make a last little bit of money from him. Like he clearly wasn't there. Like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it would have felt weird to be like, "Hey, show up on my podcast for me."
Mm-hmm. So I just was kind of yeah. It's just a bummer. So it's really sad he passed away because he was like Captain Quark is one of the funny.
Yeah. Oh. Ah, crap. Hang on. You froze. I think it's doing the thing again. I'm gonna assume because this happened before we started recording that you can hear me. Oh, I think you're back. You are
Yes, yeah.
a little
It
glitchy, but
seems
back.
like. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I think my internet is like spiking because I noticed it even when my daughter was watching TV earlier. Like the TV would freeze for a second and go. So it seems like I'm crystal clear. I'm assuming from what I can tell
Yeah,
for a long while, and then I'll just have a spike in like lag.
that's so
It's
weird. Lag spike.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Captain Quark. You're saying how Captain Quark is the best, one of the best parts
I
of that franchise. From scenes that I've seen or from
yeah.
parts that you've shown me, I remember like cracking up laughing at his scenes, breaking
I
the fourth
think
wall, and
I think it's genuinely one of the funniest characters in all of video games that nobody really talks about, right? Like
yeah,
when like and I think Ratchet and Clank in general, like with the exception of the fans of the series, like the game doesn't get enough credit for its humor. I feel like in at large, like I feel like people who like Ratchet and Clank know it's funny, but I
yeah,
feel like because Ratchet and Clank has been around so long and the type of game isn't really in vogue anymore.
which should change.
Excuse me. What? Sorry.
Which should change, and I thought might actually start to change after Astrobot blew the hell up.
I mean, it might because Astrobot's only a year old
Yeah,
now, right? Like it's a little over a year, so like there's still time. And, like I think it's gonna happen at some point, but I
yeah,
don't know. I'm hopeful. I am hopeful.
yeah. I want another Metal
But
Arms so bad. Our first episode.
hmm
Yeah.
one that I would love to redo just because we were recording in like a fucking warehouse.
Yeah, it seriously was like the inside of a cave. It was so echoey. Like, I don't know why we thought that would be a good idea and not just like at my apartment.
I don't know either.
Although my
I
apartment
don't.
was also echoey. So I don't know. Maybe we thought it would
That's
be
true.
better.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah,
But
so
yeah,
rest in peace to Jim Ward,
super sad.
legend, and others. Just some quick shout outs of some other stuff that he did, like in TV shows. He was in something I found really funny. It was a Macromedia Flash cartoon. I've never heard of this before, but he played Abraham Lincoln in a show that ran for 2 years called Hard Drinkin' Lincoln. And I'm like, oh my god! And there's like a bunch of great people in it.
What the
Maurice
heck?
LaMarche is in it. Tress McNeil.
Okay.
Like, you know who Maurice LaMarche is, right?
I know the names. I know both of those
Brain.
names, but I can't think of them.
Brain.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Same thing
Maurice
we do
LaMarche
every
is
night,
Brain.
Pinky.
Tress McNeil, I believe, is Dot from
Oh, okay.
Animaniacs.
Wow.
I'm gonna double check that, so don't quote me on it just yet.
Quote him.
But I believe she is Dot from Animaniacs. She's also Babs Bunny from Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
Tiny Toon Adventures. She does a ton of characters in the Simpsons. I'm gonna double check the Animaniacs thing real quick. Oh yeah, she's Dot. Yeah, she's Dot Warner in Animaniacs.
Yeah.
So yeah, like crazy, like that's so wild. I've never even heard of that.
Do you know
But
why
yeah,
her name's Dot?
No,
Because of Warner Bros. Like the brothers,
that's great.
and then the period afterwards. She's the Dot. They're the brothers. She's the Dot.
That's a genius joke. Actually,
It's so stupid, but I love it. It's so stupid and so smart, which is just Animaniacs in general.
So yeah, but he also, I mean, oh my god, dude, Jim Ward was the voice of the River Spirit in Spirited Away.
Oh my god! Well done.
I think so.
I didn't know that. Huh?
I didn't know that either. I just looked that up now. He played Commissioner Gordon in Batman: Return of the Cape Crusaders. He that was I guess a directed TV movie. In terms of video games, he also did like an absolute ton of voiceover work, not just Captain Quark, but he let me see, he was Belial in Diablo 3. He was, let's see, and in Diablo 3. let's see, some other big ones that both of us would know. He was in the Saboteur, which I'm going to be covering for Punch and Nazi Month later
Nice.
this year. Um, Let me see. He was in Mad World, the Wii game, the Sega Wii game, Mad
Yeah,
World,
the black and white,
Agent 13.
like Sin City looking game. That
Mm-hmm.
game was wild.
Uh, he was in Tomb Raider. He was in the original Fear game, like FEAR, like the acronym.
That game was
Uh,
great.
he was Jack Krauser in Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
I don't know RE4 well at all,
I
so
don't know.
he was Gandalf in the 2003 Hobbit video game
That's
from
so great.
Sierra. Yeah, so I like he's just been in a ton of stuff. I wouldn't say from what I can see like it was like a crazy amount of like well-known stuff. Like
Yeah.
it was well-known games but like not well-known roles, I should say.
Right.
Like he played a lot of like smaller characters from what I can see. Or like villains or kind of side characters, but
Yeah, I mean Quark and Doug Dimmadome are just kind of side characters.
Quark was such a big, larger than life character that it
Oh
kind
yeah.
of like he stood out so much more than he had any right to, and a lot of it's because Jim Ward was just so good. He also, it's more germane to my show. He appeared a couple of times in the Super Mario Super Show,
Oh, nice.
and we've covered it. He played Inspector Gadget in one of the one of the live
What?
action segments.
Yo, I loved that old cartoon, the Inspector Gadget show.
Yeah. Hmm.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Yeah, last I am pre-regretting making this joke anyway, but I
Good
did
to know.
think it was very funny. It was just one of those like shock value things that I just said. I said maybe before I thought too hard about it, and then we had a hearty chuckle, despite or maybe because of how quick I made this joke. But when I told Polisa, I was like, oh my god, so you know how Sheen died? She was like, yeah. I was like, fucking Doug Dimmadome died, and she was like, he's dead, and I immediately was like, he's Dimmadead.
I think Jim Ward would approve of that.
Okay,
He,
I appreciate that.
He seemed to be like had like a really good sense of humor.
Yeah, he's
David K
Dimmadead.
actually, David K actually did a little video on Instagram like talking about it.
Oh
too.
wow.
Yeah,
One of us
I'll have to
still
watch it.
has to get him on our shows because we both have tried and failed.
I know I've had him on the show.
Well, never mind. I guess I'll just fucking kill myself.
Don't do it. You got to get David K on it, and then you can kill yourself.
All right, fine.
I just
know,
saw you turn the stream off.
I know.
It took a second.
I've had Primal on. I gotta have Megatron on. Yeah.
One last thing that's also kind of a bit of a downer,
Mm.
and it's a lot like the thing with Jim Ward is a downer, but bittersweet because we're remembering his life and like everything.
Yeah.
Something it's more niche, but I think it's worth touching on. I'm going to have to bring up the news article real quick on my screen.
While you do, I have one more strictly bitter death-related thing
Okay.
to talk about because I know we talked a little bit off mic. Yours isn't going to be death-related. Fucking, and of course, I'm just going to say one little thing about Trump. He's a fucking tool and treated this in the
yeah,
worst possible way. Rob Reiner and his
Passed
wife
away.
murdered. What?
Allegedly by their son.
Oh my god.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, director of Princess Bride, Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, A Few Good Men. I mean, Princess Bride
Crazy.
alone is one of the most like legendary movies that'll show up on probably a very high percentage of people's top 10 movies of all time, if they have any taste whatsoever.
It's honestly been a little bit funny that even over on Truth Social, his like biggest fans are like, "This is too far." Like, really?
Oh, that's where you draw the
offense
line.
to Rob Ryder, but like we draw the line at Princess Bride. God damn it!
Yeah, right. I know. It's like, oh, that's what did it for you. Okay. I mean, unfortunately, that tracks, but yeah. I mean, all of that has been horrific, and I don't want that to take away from the fact that like this itself is horrific. Murdered in their own home. It was kind of like finding out about Gene Hackman and his wife and dog. Like, what is going on? Like, oh my god.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so lost a lot of people in the creative space this week. I mean, one of them was taken from us, like straight up killed in their own home. Was whoa.
It's just wild.
Yeah,
it's absolutely heartbreaking, man. It sucks. Like man, this week has been weird for all that. Also with like all the mass shootings, like not just in the U.S.
Oh my god, yeah, Australia. We hit, which of course, because we're who we are. It was what relative to the same amount of like number of victims. It had been 2 weeks since a shooting of this scale in the United States, and it had been 30 years with the shooting since the shooting of this scale in Australia. Like, hello. Hello.
I think what's more infuriating is that like you don't even have to look at another country to see that gun laws work. Look at the United States with our assault rifle ban that lapsed in like 2010 or 2011. Prior to that, yes, we had our Columbines, we had this and that, but that sounds so dismissive of these awful, tragic, horrific events.
But there's so many, and they happen so often that it kind of is like, well, this one and that one and this one and that one and this one fucking...
The moment the ban lapsed, you can literally see a chart of like just going not straight up, but like precipitously up in terms of mass shootings. It's crazy.
And the fact that like, the guy who stopped the one in Australia was unarmed. So, you know, Republicans are out here like, oh, well, a good guy with a gun could have stopped this bad guy with a gun.
I hate to ruin your argument already. I literally saw one person say, like, imagine how much faster he could have stopped him if he had a gun. Okay. Sure. That's the logic you wouldn't take. They've had their first shooting that size in 30 years, and your only take is like, I thought they had strict gun laws. I'm like, it's not going to remove it because people are people, but like you can limit it. Like
yeah, it's been 30 years, brother. Like,
it's just it makes me so fucking mad. It makes me so like there are certain issues where it's like the amount of data is like overwhelming, and like the thing is like it's weird. Like I give more grace to people who are skeptical of climate change because it's harder for them to physically see the ramifications of it until it's too late. I'm not saying that makes it okay, but like, you know, people aren't easily going to believe something unless they can see it with their eyes, right?
Yeah.
With that statistic, you can literally see it with your eyes.
I know.
You can see it in the news cycle. You can see it the moment that ban went away. It went up precipitously. And they're like, it just, very few things get me more mad when it's like, this is a very clear fucking solution that we've literally done before and it's fucking worked. And you're like, no, it hasn't. I'm like, you are literally just denying reality. It just makes me so
But the
mad.
solution is more guns.
Did you ever see that Jon Stewart interview with that one Republican lawmaker? I'm sure you probably saw the rounds of it. Yeah.
He's like,
I love that question. Like, when is a magic number?
Yeah.
When?
Right. I liked when he was like, do you know what the single leading cause of death for children in this country is? And he's like, well, I assume you're going to say that it's guns. He's like, no, I'm not going to say. I mean, it's true. Like, it is. It's fact. More than any other cause combined. It's like, I'm sure you're going to
say it like it's an opinion. That's what it is.
It is it.
Like, you can't like this. I'm not saying it like an opinion. I'm saying it as like, this is what our data says. It's why the internet has done something fucked up to us, man. Like, I love the internet for all of its goods, but like, man, are we dealing with it right now? Like, fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 called it, where it's like it's going to be hard to tell truth from like not truth because there's too many voices.
Yeah, I just shared
what we're dealing with right now.
I just shared something almost identical to that on my Facebook, and it was like, you know, Metal Gear Solid predicted all of this, right?
One of the few times Kojima got it right.
Oh, there it is.
Gotta throw that sass in there.
Yeah, put him in his place.
Yeah, that piece of shit.
You show him.
Um,
All that,
no,
all
the
of.
last thing.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say all of the flack combined, or not combined, all of the flack aside, that you like to throw at him. You gotta admit, the opening
Oh
scene.
no, it's all one-sided.
That opening scene of Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh my god, where he jumps off the bridge onto the tanker and he lands and it's like the lightning and his like predator camouflage drops and then it just jumps right into gameplay. Oh my god. Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 are just...
I'm not going to say now. To be clear, this is going to come off as like hipster haterish. It just was like I didn't have any emotion one way or another for it. I thought it was cool, but it wasn't like mind blowing. I think part of that is I also didn't play it back then, so I feel like I would if I would have seen it or played it when it first came out. Then yeah, I think I would have been 100% in the same boat as you because like I was, what is it like? Playing Medal of Honor Frontline. That's how I felt with a lot of stuff in Medal of Honor Frontline, and then I would go back and play it now. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I played...
I will say MGS2 still looks pretty damn good even today.
Yeah. It's got such a... Maybe more than any of them, it's got such a distinct visual language that I love. Like, I love the UI in Metal Gear 1 and 2. And, I mean, really, that went back to actual Metal Gear, like on the... What was that called? MSX. But yeah, I played MGS2 pretty late. I played it on the original Xbox when it got ported as Substance, not Subsistence, because I think that was the one for 3.
That was 3.
Yeah, Substance.
Because I actually own that copy.
Yeah. And then after that, I went back and I played the original. And this was obviously years later, and I loved that first game. Oh my god. Yeah. Giving Kojima his
anyway,
his dues over here. I gotta balance Josh out. His Kojima hate.
I don't hate. I think Kojima's an asshole, but he makes good games. Like, I'm not gonna deny it. I love Metal Gear Solid. I loved that first Metal Gear Solid. That was such a revelation for me to play. Like I understood why it got all the hype.
Yeah.
I did not feel that way about Death Stranding, but maybe I'll give it a shot again. And now that I know what to expect, that it's just hours and hours of walking.
It's not, though.
And playing a balance simulator with fucking boxes.
Yeah. I like the balance
Yeah, you can
simulator.
build bridges and stuff like that, but it just that just still does not sound very appealing to me. It just doesn't.
I think on paper it's almost impossible to, but until you get into it and you're just like...
But I did get into it, Andrew. It was bad.
How long did you get into it, though? I mean, like, get into
4
it.
hours or so?
That's not enough. That's like an opening cutscene for Kojima.
My God, I mean, that's... If I had 4 hours and that's not enough, that says more about... That's furthering my point.
This is Kojima
If
we're
you
talking
can't
about.
get an idea of an action of a game that's not an RPG, that you can't get a good sense of it in 4 hours, that's a problem. I actually, you know what? I'm curious how long I did play it. I wonder if I can see how many hours. I want to see if I can check it while we're talking. PS4 play time statistics. I'll see if I can look it up.
Yeah.
I
just found myself so engrossed in the world, and it made me want to just walk around. Do you ever get into a weird mood in Grand Theft Auto where you want to just drive a regular car at regular speed and obey the traffic laws and stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was trying to look up my playtime stats, and it just kept saying connection issue. I went, what?
Uh-oh.
Make sure I was worried I lost internet.
Yeah.
So we're good. You can still hear me. Sorry, repeat what you were saying about playing GTA?
I was just saying there's certain games where like you'll find yourself in, you know, like Grand Theft Auto, or like sometimes even like Spider-Man, you know, I'll find myself just walking down the street at a normal pace, or in Grand Theft Auto, just like driving around, obeying the traffic laws and stopping at lights and stuff, because it just feels like, it feels cool to just feel like you're in this world. And I did that a lot in Death Stranding. Like I just got sucked into the world. And that's okay that it didn't suck you, like it sucked me. But
I think it's just
it's
the
not for
combination
everyone.
of like they have that, and then they have. I will say it's a really cool idea, a little pretentious, but still really fucking cool. The time rain, like the
Yeah.
that like agency, that's a really cool fucking idea. Oh my god, where's your free firefight? Fur?
It was either
Fur?
firefight or forfeit, but I think firefight. Yeah, there was a
Um,
firefight. Are you doing
I'm also.
Boondock Saints?
That's what I think he's firefight. Oh god, yeah,
Nice.
it's Boondock Saints. Sorry, I'm like I have my Vita up. I'm gonna see if I can find the playtime for the game on there.
What? Oh,
That
how would it be on there?
for because I can look at my trophies.
Oh, and it'll tell you your playtime too.
I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll find out.
Huh?
I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah. The
Um,
I almost said veto is right. Parallax is right. The veto was great. Underrated system.
all right. So I can say I at least got 18% of the trophies.
Okay.
I completed episode 1 of the game. I don't know.
The
Deliver
game.
your first piece of lost cargo. I played this back in 2020. Reach grade 10 in any delivery evaluation. It seems like it seems like I only finished chapter 1.
Word. Well,
And
it is a long
I'm
game,
not sure.
which I'm sure isn't helping sell it at all.
I don't mind length. I mean, dude, I don't mind length, baby. What are you talking
Oh, I
about? I
know.
can take a couple inches here and there. Um,
uh,
sorry. Um,
hey,
I'll
classic British boys. You know us.
oh,
Whoa, hey.
we go like full like fake Italian. Dodestica.
Those Brits. Oh my god, the Dodeshico was so funny.
So anyway, to bring it back to how we suddenly got down that rabbit hole. Rest in
Yes.
peace to Rob Reiner.
Yes. All right. So what you're saying is Princess Bride
Rest
is
in
a
peace to Rob Reiner.
pretty good movie.
The last kind of sad thing I wanted to touch on, there was, I saw this on Blue Sky. Let me find it again because for some reason I keep getting off this page. The Retro Blast podcast posted about it. There's a guy named Joey Desena. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Desena, who was a YouTuber from a YouTube page called Clan of the Grey Wolf. I watched a little bit of Clan of the Grey Wolf. They did stuff like they had a YouTube series called 16-Bit Gems, and it was looking at like hidden gems on like the Genesis and Super Nintendo, stuff like that. And they did some really cool stuff. They were part of Retroware back when Retroware was like a collective of like retro gaming YouTubers. Now it's more of like a games publishing, retro game themed developer, which is kind of cool, and publisher. But he was heavily involved in the series The Video Game Years, which I think I've talked about on here before. Have I talked to you about it?
Sounds familiar, but not enough that I can remember specifics.
So the Video Game Years, remember the shows on on VH1 they had I Love the 80s, and
Yeah.
I Love the 90s. It's like that. It's that style of show, but for video games, and it was all done by fans,
I
like
love
all
that.
done by YouTubers back in like 2011, 12, 13, somewhere around that era. You can watch them all on YouTube still for free. They're genuinely really good. Like,
Nice.
think about, like, remember, this is YouTube, like, 2012. The production value for that time on YouTube for a YouTube show
Yeah.
was it still looks decent. Like,
Yeah.
it's you can see its age, but it's it still looks decent.
Okay, I'll check it out.
So it's a fun way to it's a fun like easy thing for video game history, by the way. Like it's just like they pick each year and they'll go like they'll just talk about games. Like they'll pick 1981 and they'll just talk about different games, and they might have like they have like the cheesy segments like the video game babes of 1981.
Oh my god, remember Booth Babes?
Like yep.
My god, those Xbox Booth Babes for Dead or Alive. Oh man, that was an awakening for me.
So Joey DeSena was one of the people at the Clan of the Grey Wolf YouTube channel, and he was a consistent collaborator with Pat Contry and the other people over at RetroWare. And it's kind of a bummer. And I'm not going to talk about or speculate too much because after reading the news article, it seems like he's trying to get help, but he still needs to. If this is all alleged technically, but he's facing 2 felony charges for secret peeping.
Oh, wait.
He also used to be on Jeopardy. He was on Jeopardy like a year ago.
Yes, I did see that, and I was like, "Oh man!" I was gonna make a joke and be like, 2 counts, 2 felony counts. That sounds like double Jeopardy. That is so weird to me that I saw that headline, and they positioned him as a Jeopardy person and not a retro gaming.
Well, that's what he's better known for in the public zeitgeist.
1 count, 2 counts, lock him up. It is. Felony peeping.
He apparently turned himself in, and then paid his own $5,000 bail.
What?
He won like 20 some odd thousand. He won like 40 some odd $1,000 on Jeopardy. So maybe he's got some of that Jeopardy.
I'd like to turn myself in and then bail myself out, please.
But the thing is, like, bail is just so that way you don't have to spend the night in jail, right?
Yeah.
So like, he's still getting charged, but he turned himself in. So I don't know. By him turning himself in, I would assume that he's maybe. This is me being hopeful that he might. Be remorseful and he's trying to get help with whatever this may be. I don't know how peeping is not good, obviously. Like it's really disheartening because he always seemed like he was funny. He seemed really like a cool person. I have friends who are friends with him because like my buddy Dexter was friends with him. They haven't chatted in years, but like Dexter, my co-host over at for my Mario Super Show series and everything, he worked at RetroWare as an illustrator for a number of years.
Was he peeped on?
As far as I know, no.
Yeah. Would you admit to it if you were peeped on?
I mean, he wouldn't know.
Oh, that's true. Oh, God. What constitutes felony peeping versus just regular peeping?
That's a damn good question.
I don't know if I want to know. Like,
my guess is like. Actually, I don't know. Hold on. Let me go to this. North Carolina.
Felony peeping versus amateur peeping.
Versus misdemeanor peeping.
Novice peeping versus master peeping.
So, according to any person who shall peep secretly into any room occupied by another person shall be guilty of a Class 1 misdemeanor. Let me see. To bring it up to a felony, and unless covered by another provision of law, blah, 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 any person who, while secretly peeping in any room, uses any device to create a photographic image of another person in that room for the purpose of arousing or gratifying the sexual desire of any person shall be guilty of a Class 1 felony.
I feel like you could just say taking secret photos of people should be enough whether you're sexually aroused by it or not.
Well, it's a misdemeanor is if someone literally gets caught in the act of like peeping into a locker room. A felony is when they find them having a camcorder with camcorder. Jesus Christ, what is it, the 90s?
A Super
with your
8
phone or something.
Video game. They go, and we're rolling.
There's a great joke in there's a show called Blue Mountain State, which is kind of like, I think I've talked about it before. It's like an American Pie-ish, like raunchy college sex show type of thing, like sex comedy show. And there's a whole episode all about dick pics, and it's because it's about a football team, and the guys are trying for like in this fictionalized world, which is very clearly like meant to be like a joke.
Yeah.
They like the way that they tell like the way in this world they tell a girl they like them is by sending her a dick pic. Like
That's this
made
world.
as a joke.
Yeah.
It's true. And so, but none of the guys want to send it, so they all the captain of the football team who's on defense, played by the same dude who plays Reacher, by the way, Alan Richson.
Yeah.
They use his dick pic, and they all send the same dick pic to every girl.
Respond, I showed you my dick.
When the coach finds out about this, he's like, "Man, these kids don't know how easy they have it. Back in my day, when I wanted to send a dick pic, I'd have to take a picture, get it developed, bring it back, put it in the mail, wait 4 to 5 business days."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a really solid fucking joke. The idea of mailing a physical dick pic.
I had to draw it. If I had a different show and my name was Richard and I wanted to talk about my favorite things, I would call it Dick's Picks.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks for joining me on today on Dick's Picks. Here's what I got to whip out for you.
That's funny.
Wow.
So anyway, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
Joey. Because I never really knew him or met him. I just liked his content, and it's gonna be kind of sucky because if I still love watching the video game years. It's like actually kind of like a comfort thing for me when I'm feeling down. And there's 2 people on there, Justin Carmichael and then Joey DeSena now. Justin Carmichael, this is his name that he chose for himself, is Jewario.
Oh my god!
It was the 2010s.
Okay, yeah, oh yeah. There are way
2010s.
Worse than that.
I'm hoping he was Jewish, and that's why he chose.
God, I hope so.
That, but he had some problematic stuff. He first off he unalived himself, and that there was like an outpouring of understandably love and affection, like that people really missed him. And then it came out that he apparently was like kind of like I don't know about essayer, but like I don't remember everything, but he apparently was very creepy towards women and was not a good person outside of that. So
you know who I was kind of surprised to find out is like that? Jeremy Renner.
He's like creepy towards women.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of stuff coming out now that his I guess now ex-girlfriend, who is an immigrant from China, he was abusive, verbally, physically, sexually, and then when she threatened to come out against him, he threatened to call immigration services to get her deported.
Wow.
I was like, how the fuck can you
in November 2025
lower?
Filmmaker I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce. I don't know how you pronounce it's Zhou. I never know how you pronounce that.
Yeah, I would say Zhu, but I may be wrong.
Yeah. Chinese national alleged. Wow, Jesus Christ.
I know. And he seemed like the most, I mean, he's an actor, so he's a good actor, unfortunately. He seemed like the most chill guy, especially after having his like life barely hanging on by a thread from the accident that he was in. Like most of his body was rebuilt. And you'd think that would give you another lease on life to live it in the best possible way. And now you turn into or maybe he always was, and didn't want to stop being a fucking scumbag. Like, that's wild to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's all the serious stuff I have for today. Like, I have a bunch of fun stuff to talk about, but I figured we can get that stuff, like the bittersweet stuff off the top. I wanted to just talk a bit about the Joey DeSena stuff, just because that was something that's kind of like, I did a bonus episode on my Patreon about like my golden era, not for me personally of my content, but like of when I watched like retro gaming YouTube, and he was part of it, man. Like he like I didn't watch his stuff a lot until after it was over, but like AVGN, Pat Contry, Video Game Years, the stuff from the people from Retroware, even the nostalgia critic is, even though I know he's got a whole slew of issues as well,
I can't stand him.
which
Good person or
I
not.
used to love his stuff. I used to love his stuff, but now I stopped watching just because I kind of grew out of it. But then also there's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go into it, but there's a lot of like really shitty business practices and personalities, and there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So
But
you did an episode on this guy before?
no. I
Oh.
used to like the nostalgia critic.
No. The this retro
Oh,
games
yeah,
guy.
it wasn't on him specifically. It was on like my favorite era of gaming YouTube, and it was talking
okay.
about like him. It was also talking about like Scott the Woz. Scott the Woz is still going, and Scott the Woz is awesome. If you haven't watched his stuff, he's funny.
Sounds familiar.
The completionist, before the completionist had his whole fiasco. So it's kind of a bummer. It's just one of those things. It's like eventually, shitty people are going to get found out. So
Yeah.
it sucks.
Well, I'll have to
yeah.
go back and
So
take a peep at that old episode.
Oh no, it's not on them. It's a bonus episode on Patreon.
I know. I just wanted to make a peep joke.
Didn't work.
I'll take a peep at it. I wonder if you go back and watch that, like his old content, if it's like going back and watching Nickelodeon and seeing all the Dan Schneider feet stuff and being like, oh, we should have known all along.
Ugh. Yeah, that still is so creepy to me, man. Like knowing what we know now about it. I never watched the what is it, the documentary of Silent in the I forget what it's called.
I don't know if I can stomach it.
Yeah. I forget the name of it, but I'm curious. But I don't know if I can stomach it either.
Yeah, God, and to find out that like Drake Bell was also a victim of. I don't know if it was of him, but it was of one of the producers, I think. And he went on to, I think, creep on people too. So like, it's a fucked up industry.
Yep, it seems like Drake has gotten his act together, and I think ever since being able to talk about it, he's become a lot more like
Drake
vocal,
Bell, to be clear, not Drake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Drake
is still doing it.
It's something in the name, I guess.
Yeah. Oof.
Anyway, we should move on to happier topics. Before I go into any of my stuff, is there anything you would like to touch on, Andrew? Some of the stuff you have prepared, because I have something that I think you'll find interesting that I might go for a little bit, so I don't want to take up too much more time before you get to chat about some of your stuff too.
Sure. I have a pretty good segue. I don't like to well, I'll just tell you first. Talking about other video game creators in the space, not creating video games, but creators of video game
content creators.
I checked out
streamers, YouTubers.
Yeah, on your recommendation, I checked out a little bit of Tokyo Game Life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like the content. I would say I don't think the delivery was for me.
Mono has a different cadence, like in his speaking. I hope Mono, this, if you ever listen to this is not me insulting you. It's just your cadence is different than other podcasters, and I like it, but I can understand how if that's what you're talking about.
Yes, yeah. I think it's more so, and that's just a personal thing. I think I tend to prefer the a little bit more off the cuff conversational style, which is kind of like how you and I do. And forgive me for forgetting them, but you put me on to some guys who did that super deep dive of Sonic and Knuckles, I think, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Retronauts, Stuart Jip, and I forget all the guests he has on those Retronauts episodes, but yeah.
Yeah, I really found myself engaged in that delivery and presentation style. And that's not to say like that the way that Mono does it is wrong. I think that more like kind of prepared scripted style is definitely for a lot of people. I just found it a bit harder to digest.
When he's solo hosting, you kind of have to, like, I can speak as someone who, when I do solo stuff, it's very hard to just be conversational by yourself. Like some people can do it. Bill Burr does a really good job with it. Like he can just ramble and rant. I can understand. If I was in Mono's shoes, I'd be scripting it as well. When he's having it, when it's conversational, like him and I, like I guessed on his show for the game of the year, like
Mm,
that's not scripted, obviously.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I liked it. Like I said, the content was cool. I specifically went and I was kind of scrolling through to see what the topics of his newer episodes were, and the one that of course caught my eye was he reviewed his experience of going to the Sega store, the freshly opened Sega store in Shibuya, which God, it kills me every second that store is open and then I can't go to it. But it sounded really cool. I like I said, the content was there. Maybe the delivery, just for my personal taste, kind of was. It didn't necessarily grab me, and so I didn't listen to a whole lot. But man, if there's somebody who is living my life, my dream life, it's somebody living in Tokyo and talking about video games all day in the greatest city in the world for video games, and specifically my types of video games. Like, oh god, I want to go to a Japanese arcade so bad and just play like Virtual On or like a old cab of like, I don't know, Fighting Vipers, some weird Sega 3D fighting game.
If you will permit me, the
No.
thing I have to talk about is Sega related.
Ooh, okay. I think that's a pretty good segue. I don't have much else to talk about that. I just wanted to point out that on your recommendation, which I'm always grateful for, I checked them out, and yeah.
Well, if you do have, because you didn't really get to talk much, is there something else Sega related that you have that I could use that as a transition as well?
Nothing Sega related specifically. No.
All right. Well, I'll try to keep this brief-ish, if that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind. I mean, I talked for a little and can bounce back and forth.
So I'm going to bring this up very slowly.
Hey, Mario!
My Sonic Mania thing.
Oh, from the special edition?
Yes, from the... I have an Xbox One version of it, too.
Wow! That feels weird. Police and I actually
right?
have been playing Sonic Mania for the first. I've never beaten it. I played most of it, but she's never played it, and we're playing all the Sonic games. And this game is so effing good. It may be the best.
Yes, it is.
It may be the best Sonic game, like it's of the classic styles.
So the reason I brought up that Sonic, before we had that transition, I was gonna just slowly like bring it up as the introduction.
You raise me up.
So I've talked on here before about the Video Game History Foundation, right?
I think so. The VGHF?
Yes, the VGHF. Wonderful nonprofit organization that is, that does honestly the Lord's work in video game preservation. They are out there trying to make game history more accessible, like one, preserve video game history, but also then in turn make it accessible to people who want to do research on it. So this does tie in with Sega, but to lead into this, they've had a really big year this year. Earlier this year, and I want to say, when did they first announce it? It was 10 months ago. They opened library.gamehistory.org, and it's basically like an online, it's like their own search engine for all the stuff they upload and scan and archive. And for everything they upload, they include metadata and everything. So like if you want to search for a specific game, if they've uploaded a document that is tied to that game in any way, shape, or form, it will come up in the search engine.
Whoa.
And they have I'm not saying they have stuff on every single game, mind you, but if they have something on it, it's easy to find.
So they're just archiving like the promotional art,
everything.
Whoa.
Design documents, if they have it, whatever they're able to legally get their hands on, promotional art, design documents, even like inter-office memos and stuff like that. Like, I'm talking like down to granular like the business side of things too.
Yeah.
They launched that earlier this year, so it's a phenomenal resource for video game research. They've uploaded tons of stuff from video game magazines as well, where they have scans of magazines.
Yeah.
Because if you ever want to know like how games were spoken about when they were contemporary, magazines are a good way to do that. Excuse me. Germane to Sega, They released a video, an hour-long video yesterday about the Sega Channel.
Yo, what a weird time that was.
So I'm going to send it to you in Discord, Andrew, not for us to do anything with on the stream here, but
Yeah.
I think you would love watching this.
Yep. I'm gonna end the stream now to watch it.
It's an hour long, 58 minutes. And so what happened up until literally yesterday at like 1 p.m. yesterday is when they released it. I just saw you flip the stream.
For like 1 second.
So as of 1 p.m. yesterday, prior to that, the amount of information available about the Sega Channel was pretty low. Like, obviously, we knew it existed. We knew about some of the exclusive games, like Pulse Man or Mega Man: The Wily Wars.
Love Pulse Man.
Or there was also like Garfield Lost Levels and stuff like that.
What?
Like, there were the Garfield Genesis game. Well, there was cut content that did not make it into the final game that the developers packaged together and put on the Sega Channel. Kinda
Oh,
cool,
weird.
Right? So
one of the first DLCs, I guess.
Up until then, I mean, pretty much, but it was done through cable, so it was essentially streamed to you.
Yeah.
Once you turn off the system, it's not like you downloaded to it. It's essentially streamed to you.
There are a few things in my life that I wish that I could go back and change, and one of them was hanging out with the friend that I had in like third grade who his parents got him the Sega Channel, and I played it like one time. And I don't even remember what we played. Maybe it was a Mortal Kombat, maybe it was a Sonic. I couldn't even tell you. But I wish I had played more of it because I didn't know how short-lived and how rare that was going to be until now.
So when they released this documentary, they released a bunch of archival material along with it, both on the Video Game History Foundation's online library that I mentioned before, as well as stuff that they gave to Gaming Alexandria, which is another preservation organization.
That's an awesome name.
Right?
Yeah.
So in the way this whole thing gets started, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'll just give like a Cliff Notes version because it's worth watching the documentary.
Oh yeah.
They went to a GDC, Game Developers Conference in 2024, and they set up an entire like little mini museum of just like obscure game ephemera and stuff like that they've collected over the years in their archive. And they showed it there, and there was a guy at GDC who there was a picture of him back when he was much younger in the archive, in like the display unit. That guy just so happened to be the picture of this was prior to what I'm about to say. It was a different company, but that guy just happened to be the head of programming at Sega Channel.
Oh wow!
Back at the 90s. And so they talked to him about what their mission was and all this other stuff, and he gave them hundreds of documents and like dozens and dozens. Like they have even the demographic breakdowns of who was playing the Sega Channel for different years. They dumped the menu screens that you would see, the monthly menu, because the menu screen would change every month depending on which games they would give you. They have all the menu, they're not all, but they have the menu screens from like, I want to say it's like for like at least 2 years worth of it straight, like every month for 2 years worth of it straight.
Wow.
They have that. They have promotional like videos, some of which never really saw much release at all. For example, this one did because there's one that you could find on YouTube that clearly must have aired on TV, and it's like a motivational thing. It's like, just be yourself. And at the very end of it, it just has a little Sega Channel watermark in the bottom right to be like, this is sponsored by the Sega. It doesn't even mention Sega during the thing. The only reference to it is the Sega Channel watermark. But the people talking to the audience is TLC, like right as they were getting big.
The band TLC or the TV channel?
The R&B group.
Oh my God.
TLC.
Yo, Left Eye was still alive?
Yeah.
Damn. That's hilarious.
Crazy.
What I can't think of a more 90s timestamp than that.
And dude, the whole documentary, excuse me, is extremely 90s with the music they choose, with the
Yes.
like all the visuals they choose. Um, it's amazing. I'm not going to say any more than that about the specifics inside the documentary, just because I think it's worth watching,
Yeah,
and
I
I
mean,
think
I'm
you would
already
really
sold.
enjoy this too.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool though. Like it
Nice.
is, and they do the work that the VGHF is doing, because I've been a proponent of what they've stood for years, but for a while there was like criticism against from people in the community about like how they're collecting all this stuff, but like no one's allowed to visit their archive, no one's allowed to do this and that.
Mm.
And part of it is because they're like, one, it's a small archive, they like have to be very careful with the materials, they don't want anyone to steal stuff. I totally get that, excuse me. But this was like years ago. Well, now they have uh earlier this year it kind of showed what the fruits of their labor were
Mm.
with that with the library open, the online library where you can just look at their resources. And they back earlier this year there was only like a little bit available online because it takes a long time to do all this stuff. And they if you watch the video when they announce it, they break down how it all works. It's really cool. um but like the stuff they're doing now is just absolutely astounding, and it makes me happy because for a while they've talked about it before, but like when they do these big presentations, whether it's the Sega Channel or whether they did one where they brought all the people back from Nintendo Power together,
Uh.
like Gail Tilden and everyone else, and they talk about like working on the magazine and stuff like that. Um, a lot of people were also complaining like, man, your own like. I have a buddy who I'll they will remain nameless because
Mm.
I don't want them to like VGHF already knows they were frustrated with them, so it's not like I don't want to add to the drama, which is long since over, so I don't want to stir it up again either.
Mm.
But I have a buddy who is in games preservation who tried to reach out because there was a time sensitive matter that needed to be like all hands on deck. And so they were hoping they were relatively small. So they reached out to the VGHF to be like, hey, you have a big reach. Could you sound the alarm on
Mm.
this? And we can get the community involved in helping us preserve these things.
Wow.
And they kind of ignored it
What?
uh, for a while. They did like with 2 days to spare on this thing, but that by then it was too little too late. But it was like you could have done this so much sooner and given people more time. And
Oh.
apparently they had talked it out, and like the one of the people at VGHF did kind of like, I don't know if I guess apologize. I'd have to ask them again, but I know I'm being very cryptic. But I say all that, I give that example to say like there has been criticism of how they handle certain things, and it's like, what history are they prioritizing over others,
Mm.
um, and this and that. And they are North American based, like centered, so like they can only focus really on preserving stuff from a North American perspective. They try to do stuff outside of this, but obviously like you can't just, it's not like you can travel to Germany and find some obscure German developer and collect all their documentation,
Right.
like that's a lot more difficult. So you'd have to rely on like organizations over in the other countries, that kind of thing. um so for a while there's been some criticism of that, but I would say this year, like, to me, I like the criticisms, I thought, while valid, I didn't think like negated all the work I felt they were doing. And now you can literally see it, like they, like especially in this last year, they're having just like such a huge thing. They have the library opened. They preserved a whole bunch of stuff from Mist, from the
Nice.
the Science World Studios. Um, they have they just did the whole Sega Channel thing that just came out. They also, part of their, because they do winter fundraisers, like December is their big month for
Mm.
fundraising, um, and they are releasing a lost NES game like in physical cartridge.
Whoa.
There was like an unfinished NES prototype. They bought the rights to it, and then they had some people come in and kind of polish it up and finish it, and they are partnering with um, they're partnering with I am 8-bit. You can buy it right now if you want to. They only posted the video like 4 days ago,
Huh.
but they're partnering with I am 8-bit, and they're releasing the cartridge physically, and which is kind of fucking awesome. And so you can actually get like an unreleased NES game and stuff like that.
That is wild.
So they're doing amazing work right now. It's awesome to see. And when I saw the Sega Channel thing specifically, I just got so happy because like for years they really have been focusing. It felt like I should say focusing on like Nintendo related things. There's
Yeah.
already so much Nintendo related game stuff, like game preservation specific things. And it's just cool to see them really kind of like branching out. They also interviewed Craig Stitt, who worked at Sega and Insomniac. He was like one of the designers of like the artist who kind of did the concept art for Spyro the Dragon and stuff like that.
Nice.
So lots of cool stuff. I just they're doing great stuff. So I wanted to come on tonight to talk about like just that. Like there's some really cool shit that they're doing, and
Yeah.
the Sega Channel thing. I feel like I've been rambling a little bit this last bit, but like the Sega Channel documentary is awesome. And when you watch it, Andrew, I want to hear your thoughts on it. I want you to shoot me a text and let me know.
I might just save it for the next time we we meet because.
That's fair.
Which
in 2 weeks.
We can also say, we can say up front now, and we'll remind you at the end. Josh will be not here on Talk Tuesday next week because he says that he hates me and never wants to do this again.
Exactly it.
Yeah, he's like, I am not going to be on there because I hate you and I never want to do it again. But 2 weeks, I'm good to go. Yeah, no, you're doing a little recording of your own.
Yep, I got a whole bunch of stuff. I have a lot of episodes to plan. I have a lot of episodes to schedule and record. I was talking on my end of the year episode, which has not come out yet. I have up through mid-May planned out on the podcast.
Holy crap!
Yeah, well, because I didn't realize. So I'm doing. I mean, I haven't officially announced it, and there's only a few people in here, so I don't mind talking about it now. But like, actually, the Parallax is on the Patreon, so he would have heard it in one of the Patreon episodes. So I'm doing my Mario month again this year, as per usual. Actually, I just realized I have my schedule up in front of me. I just scheduled another recording session for that, so I should put down that date and time so I don't forget it. Anyway, so I'm doing Mario month as per usual, but I'm also doing. I'm bringing back Punch a Nazi month.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing. I'm going to donate my Patreon funds to the Trevor Project.
Yeah.
I'm excited for those games. I did announce the slate of games on Patreon. I'll keep it under the vest here, but Punch a Nazi month is returning, which was in April. So March is Mario month. April is Punch a Nazi month, but and then leading up to Mario month, I'm gonna be doing a James Bond series because the new Bond game comes out on what is it? That would be it's like Friday the 17th or something like that. March 17th, I want to say. No, Friday, March 27th is when it's coming out. Friday, March 27th. So normally you would say, like, why aren't you doing it in March? Well, Mario month has always been March. I can't really do it. So I'm doing 4 different games. I'm doing 3 different James Bond games, and I'm doing Hitman 2016 because it's Hitman is the same series, is developed by IO Interactive, which does all the Bond game, or which is doing the new Bond game. So I'm still kind of spitballing the name of the series, like it doesn't have to be like a pun on Still Loading or like a bad pun on Still Loading. I was thinking, let me hear your thoughts on this, Andrew.
Marketing brain activated.
This is spitballing live on Talk Tuesday. Spitballing meteoric balls live.
Meteoric spitballs. Oh my god,
that is
an
off mic reference that no one's gonna know. So the name of the new James Bond game is First Light. There was a James Bond, and it actually ended their second season in August. I haven't watched any of it, but there's a James Bond reality show called Road to $1 Million. It's like 007 Road to a Million, and it's
What?
like a reality game show type. Yeah, it's Amazon did it. I've never really watched it, but
Huh.
I've heard it's not very good.
Oh.
Um, I might try it because it's Bond related, but I haven't watched
Yeah.
it. I was thinking of calling this series Road to First Light or Road to the First Light or something like that.
Mm,
I think Road to First Light, like Still Loading Podcast presents Road to First Light, and it's gonna because it's not specifically James Bond because I'm covering a Hitman game, so I can't just say like 007 Road to First Light.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I was thinking of just like Road to First Light. I also thought like First Light Hype, but that doesn't seem very good to me.
Hmm.
So Road to First Light is where I'm kind of at right now, but I'm not like I'm like 80%, I like 70% sold on it. Like I like it, but I feel like there's something better out there. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. The hard part is it not necessarily being only Bond related. Is there anything other than Hitman that you'll include on that?
Um I mean the games being covered are Agent Under Fire, Night Fire, and Everything or Nothing. Everything or Nothing would be a good one because that is the name of the production company. But
Hmm.
like I somehow work that into it. But like you wouldn't just say Still Loading Podcast presents Everything or Nothing because like
Yeah.
that's a little too vague.
It's also going to
Like
just
I think
sound like, oh,
Road,
you're only talking about that one PS2 game.
yeah, Road to First Light kind of is a good play on the James Bond thing, but it's not directly Bond related. You know, like you don't think of James Bond as Road to something. But
Yeah.
it's a play on Road to a Million.
I think
So it's got
it's
that light James Bond reference. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a safe answer. I do think it's a solid answer. I've seen plenty of other content creators doing like whenever there's a new something coming out and doing like a road to the new thing. So I think if you want to just not if you want something that's going to break the mold a little bit, I think that can probably be workshopped. I do think it's like I said, a solid one. It's got the gravitas that you want, but it's also it's doing its job to hype up that this is leading up to the new one. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
Maybe-
if you think of anything, let me know. But
Yeah.
I just kind of
yeah. Nothing's popping off the top of the dome, but I feel like there's something to like something with
There's something
light
to-
and first, like those are both two good buzzwords that you have room to play with, like before turning on the
Yeah.
first light. It's just like obviously not saying that, but like things like that.
Courtney mentioned like the first light or like turning on the light. I'm like that's a little too vague though. Like,
Yeah.
I think saying it's for first light somehow is like a good like because I want to indicate what it's for in the title, but not necessarily like it's hard to thread the needle.
Yeah. Before first light sounds like something like, midnight, or, like something that's like dusk, because it's something that is before the first light when it comes to in real life. Like, I don't know.
Oh, excuse me.
Midnight to first light or something, or like countdown to first light. Minutes before first light. I'm thinking of like countdown things are also very Bondy because he's often
countdown to first light would be pretty good.
he's also like he's usually like working against the clock. And then you could even do like maybe a bomb exploding, some kind of graphic that looks like a countdown timer of like a bomb or something.
No Time to Light. Like,
No Time
which
to
is
Light.
A very,
Oh, we got a little bit of
that's
time.
funny.
Yeah, I'll workshop some things and shoot them at you.
One last thing before I throw it back over to you, about the Sega thing, just because I forgot to mention, they ended up, besides all the marketing and other material stuff they preserved over 140 ROMs of stuff. Like,
Dang.
you can play like early builds of Sega Channel games, so that whether it was Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat 3, I think was on it. You can They have it. You can Gaming Alexandria has it dumped. You can get the ROMs from there.
That's awesome.
Uh, and like some of the games are so big. Like for example, with Mortal Kombat 3, it was too big to fit on like one quote unquote stream or download.
Yeah.
So you have Mortal Kombat 3A and Mortal Kombat 3B or so whatever the naming scheme was.
Yeah.
And the way they did it was they just split the roster between the two, so you don't get the full roster. You can either only have one
Ah,
half of the roster in A and only have the other half of the roster in B.
lame. That would be so annoying, but also genius if they did the like the Pokemon thing where it was like they release Mortal Kombat 3 Red and Blue, and it's like when you're playing as characters that are on your roster, you only play against characters from the other roster. And then you have to switch if you want to. It's just like oh, I got Sub-Zero, but my buddy's got Scorpion, so like I'm gonna have to get the next one next time. Uh, I have such a good segue for this. Oh my god, I've never had a better segue.
Well, let's get into it. I just wanted to shout out the 140 ROMs real quick because
Yeah.
like that video, by the way, goes into a whole bunch of the ones they preserve. There's some really obscure ones out there that I
Oh,
think
that's
you'll be
sick.
surprised they have.
That's so cool. I'm definitely watching that. I love finding out weird things that like that that by nature never really got to see the light of day as much as it should have. So that's super cool. I mean, the whole archive on its own is a huge undertaking and a huge resource for like I already I'm putting a list together of games that I want to go check out and see what I can find in terms of like promotional art and key art and design documents and stuff. Like, oh my god, so cool. I would love to see like if there are sketches of game logos, like early drafts of what the logo and the branding for each games. I mean, that's just my personal stuff. Might have looked like.
I don't know what they will have, and I can't promise they'll have exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But they are always adding stuff to it, and yeah, like I know for a fact they've been adding consistently throughout the year and stuff like that. They also have like if you specific to this, you know what? Hold on, video game library or video game history library. If I just search that, it should. Yeah, so what they have too is you can either search a keyword or in like if you look at hold on, if I click on explore here, they have different oh wow. So if you click on explore, you can have commercial game materials, development and production materials, event guides and ephemera, gaming cultural ephemera, magazine library, press materials, promotional materials. So you can
That's awesome.
explore by specifically that. If you there is a they have specifically I'm trying to find it. They have, and I'm surprised that it's not on their featured thing considering they just released the fucking thing the documentary yesterday.
Yeah.
But they oh yeah, here we go. So they have collections where like you can see different. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm assuming it would be. Oh shit! I forget what the name of it is because it's not the Sega Channel collection. It's the guy that gave them the materials. They named the collection of materials after the guy that gave them the collection. So I'm gonna have to try to find it, but yeah, it's crazy. So like there's so much in here, dude. It's crazy. It's amazing what they have.
Yeah. I'm gonna pour myself over that. Probably tonight instead of sleeping, which I should do.
I
Yeah,
will.
that's rad.
I'll send you a link real quick so you don't have to go searching for it as well. There you go. It's in our Discord chat. So if you want
Sweet.
a easy way to get to it,
Yeah. And you said
yeah,
that documentary is about an hour?
yeah, 58 minutes.
Okay. That's digestible for sure. Sweet. Well, in the spirit of here are things you're gonna guess what it is before I even show you. But
I don't know.
in the spirit of game preservation and Sega Channel-esque over the cable network specific gaming and Mortal Kombat, guess what arrived today?
Oh, finally, the Shinobi game.
No, I've been playing that. I'm holding it up.
Oh, the Mortal Kombat collection. Sorry, I
Yeah.
just saw the video now.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I got the digital, or not the digital. I read Digital Eclipse. I got the physical copy because physical media supremacy. I'm gonna hold it up as close as I
Mm-hmm.
can. Specifically from the Atari website. I don't know if you can still get them, but they've got a slipcover that can be themed after any of the classic ninjas. So obviously I went blue for Sub-Zero because there is no other choice for me. It's got like the quilted pattern that like all the old ninjas costumes have. But yeah, you could do like obviously Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, Ermac, Noob Saibot, Smoke, all the classic ninjas. But yeah, I am so stoked to get into this. I will probably play this on Thursday for Throwdown Thursdays. I am dying to get into the kind of documentary aspect of this because these digital eclipse games have just been stellar. And I am so excited. I'll probably dick around in each of the games, but what I was very surprised to find out is added on this collection when they were announcing it, that I'm so excited to play and share with the world. Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. What do you know about that game?
I know it's not very good.
That's about all you need to know. So, right around the time of Mortal Kombat 4, but actually before Mortal Kombat 4, they released an action adventure platforming Mortal Kombat game starring Sub-Zero. Mm-hmm. Story is awesome. Story-wise, it's great. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. The lore that you get in this game is some of the stuff that they've carried on to present day Mortal Kombat games. The game is janky as all hell. I will just say it in a very endearing way. And actually, in a not so endearing way. But what is janky as hell in an endearing way is the live action FMV cutscenes for this game. Oh yeah. So if you want to see some of the best, and by best I mean worst, and by worst I mean best, portrayals of Mortal Kombat characters this side of freaking oh my god, Federation of Martial Arts, which is maybe the deepest cut Mortal Kombat reference you'll hear anyone ever make. Yeah, check out the cutscenes for Mortal Kombat Mythologies on the PlayStation specifically, because I was robbed as a child because I played the N64 version, which only has like slideshows with text. The actual full motion videos with their plasticine ass costumes and their terrible little sets was on the PlayStation version, so I can finally play through that. The game itself, like I said, is janky. It's weird. Platforming is super weird. They also have to have a designated button to turn around because you can jump over an enemy and still be facing the wrong direction because there are multiple enemies on screen at once. So if there was an automatic lock on or something, it wouldn't really make sense. So you have to press a. I mean, there's ways to do it. Street Fighter 6 did it great, 30 years later. But there's a designated button to turn around as Sub-Zero.
That's super. I mean, I guess that solves a problem that a lot of people were having at the time. Like,
yeah,
because when did it come out? Like, what year?
Probably 97.
It's still a pretty early 3D game, all things considered, because 3D, I would say, was like pretty janky in that era overall. Even like the solid ones, like the good games, like like you look at like speedrunners breaking Mario 64 now, it's like janky as all hell. Like, so it's even though it's much more competently put together than some of the others. So I wouldn't be surprised if a game that's known to be bad also needs like. They couldn't quite figure out how to do the camera the right way, so they figured, well, let's just do a button that just makes the character turn around.
Well, so it's actually still 2D, and it's still sprites.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
So you'll get like...
So you just don't go... So if you're moving left to right, you don't hit left to turn your character back around. You have to hit a different button.
It's a different button, because if you think about a Mortal Kombat, two characters fighting at profile to each other. If you jump over another character in a Mortal Kombat game or any 2D fighting game, your character will automatically turn around to face them again. But if instead of one little screen, there's a really long pathway of a bunch of enemies, if you jump over one guy, you might want to keep going in that direction to fight the next guy, or you might want to have to turn around. How is the game going to know who you want to fight? Because when you press left, he just walks backwards. When you press right, he walks forwards. So there is a button that's like flip horizontal. You can do it in the air. You can do it accidentally, which happens to me a lot. It is very weird.
I hurt for that.
Yeah. The atmosphere, though, classic Mortal Kombat, very good. Music is great. Even the boss fights are cool. Frustrating as they are, everything about this game is frustrating. There is plenty of supercuts of people raging out to this game, and it is so funny. I was gonna say
Real quick fun fact about digital clips, by the way. The founder of the Video Game History Foundation, Frank Cifaldi, used to work there.
Oh. Add one more layer to how good of a segue this is. Yeah, so I'm super stoked to play that again, especially on stream in HD on a modern platform and not have to hook up the N64 to play it. Which in that case you wouldn't even get the good cutscenes. You'd get the bad ones, which are then maybe better because you don't get the bad ones. Anyway, yeah, stoked to get into that. Stoked to see one of my favorite franchises really cool. come to life, and stoked to play a very janky ass, goofy ass. There's even bloopers. You can watch bloopers of these cutscenes on YouTube, and they're so funny. Eventually, Quan Chi, who's like the main antagonist of this game, starts doing like a Robert De Niro impression. He's sitting on his throne, and he's just doing the I heard things.
Remember, I can't see your impression until like 5 seconds later.
I know. That's mostly for everyone else watching. It's so funny. Yeah, like people's costumes are like falling apart. Like it is wild. And still not the worst.
Way?
Oh yeah. No, unfortunately not. It's not very sexy. It's one of the worst Mortal Kombat related pieces of official media that exist, and yet still not the worst, which is just hilarious to me. Anyway, right. That is something that I will be experiencing soon.
I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it because I love digital clips. I love what they do.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get your thoughts on what they did with that because I as soon as they announced it, kind of like what you were saying about like what with the Ratchet and Clank thing with me.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Jim Ward.
Oh.
Anything Mortal Kombat related is the same, for me with you. And
when
they announced this, I was like, oh my God, Andrew needs this immediately. Like this has not only is it Mortal Kombat, it's the history of Mortal Kombat done in a way that, he probably has not seen yet.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think I would have purchased it, at least not day one, if it didn't have that aspect to it. Because, I mean, sure, I do still own all of the originals that I could play anytime I want. Playing online is cool. I probably won't do it too much because I'm so rusty and out of practice that I'll probably just like get my ass smashed, and not in a fun way.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to. It's still going to be a cool thing to experience, especially with good netcode, which I think they've fixed. It's supposed to have fixed it. Mortal Kombat, classic Mortal Kombat with rollback netcode is a wild sentence that I never thought I would say, but I'm so glad to be saying in the year of our Lord 2025, almost 2026. But it's the digital eclipse, interactive documentary style presentation of this whole thing that just, I saw that and I was like, yep, that's it. It could only be Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, and I would probably get it. But it's like, it's 1, 2, 3, it's Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, it's Trilogy, it's 4, it's Mythologies, it's, I think even Special Forces is on there, unfortunately, which is just, there's nothing redeemable about that game except for a really funky ass intro scene with Jax and the introduction of the brown ninja Tremor, which I'm sure there's a poop joke in there somewhere because he throws rocks,
Oh yeah.
and in bad graphics they don't always look like rocks. But the I'm the
This
brown
boy just out
ninja.
here throwing turds.
Yep. It's so funny though because in classic Mortal Kombat fashion, they take this nothing stupid ass character and then they make him a full fledged actual like geomancer character in Mortal Kombat X. They put him in, which was super cool. He has like crystal powers, or like he can turn his hands into gold, which then does more like punching damage, and it's you get armor. Oh, it's rad. Yeah, stoked
He
to play
doesn't
that.
turn his fists into shit.
No. He just beats the shit out of you. He was actually a kind of a broken character when he came out. But I don't know if that's just like the rule of DLC. Like every fighting game DLC characters I've noticed like across the, even like from Smash to Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear, they're all kind of busted. And I wonder if it's because then if you go to somebody's house or if you go to a tournament or something and you play against one of the new characters and you're getting your ass kicked because they made this character better, you're probably more likely to want to buy the character so that you can also win. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, maybe it's a tinfoil hat, but I feel like they make DLC fighting game characters stronger to sell them more. I don't know. Maybe it's not that hot of a take.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either.
That sounds like something a game company would do.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I will be experiencing that probably Thursday. And as far as other things I have experienced, I've been playing more. I guess I can ninja segue. Been playing more Ninja Gaiden 4. Still incredible. Still awesome.
Shinobi, yep.
Yep, a little more Shinobi. I'm hoping.
Did you hear what I said, or are you just running a like? I can't tell if you heard what I said or just made a joke over it.
Oh, maybe I didn't. I thought you said and more Shinobi.
No, I said the worst Shinobi.
No.
For the worst Shinobi. Yes.
Yeah. So that's the worst.
Neither. I've not played any of these games, so I can't actually.
No, I've been playing more Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which is rad, and more Ninja Gaiden 4, which just God. I'm hoping I can beat it so that I can definitively say it's my game of the year. It probably is. But Ragebound was so good too. Like my God. What?
Sorry, no. Go ahead.
Oh.
I was just going to say I'm still listening because I know if I'm working on the computer, you can see me like doing something. But you talking about games of the year made me think of like what were mine.
Oh shit, we're not going to meet again before the end of the year.
I do actually have a game of the year list because I was. No, we will. We'll meet on the 30th.
Oh, okay. We'll just barely make the cutoff then. Okay. Yeah, we should. I want to. I'll say now, and I'll come back to Ninja Gaiden. I would love for you to put together a top 10 experiences list. That can be games, movies. If you tried a really good food, if you know.
I don't know if I could do all experiences. That's too broad. I can't. Whenever someone says do like something that broad, I'm like, I like. There's too many things that I'm like, I don't know what. I can't even think of examples of one. Like if you're asking me like, what's a food that I tried this year that I really liked, I can't think of one. I'm not saying it wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I genuinely can't think of a single thing off the top of my head.
Oh man. Well,
I can't. I like whenever it's that large. Like it's like I need to see a list when it's something like that because I can't do. I don't have good recall memory like that. If you like bring up something, then I'll remember it. But like if you're just saying like remember your favorite meals of the year, I'm like I don't know. I eat every day peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly. Wow.
Peanut butter and jelly fucking rules, all right? It is. On top of that, there was a study done, and this is not actually bullshit. There was a study done that peanut butter and jelly is one of the healthiest like foods for you. I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
That's so much sugar.
There was like it was like the University of Minnesota or something like that did a study of like common food, like common like meals, like hot dogs and hamburgers and PB&J and like I don't know, like ham sandwiches. You know, it's stuff that like you just would eat like normally, like nothing like crazy fancy. And
Hmm.
on average, a hot dog eliminates about like 30 minutes of your life.
Whoa.
But a PB&J, now this is one study, mind you. It's not. I'm sure it's peer reviewed, but there's one study doesn't mean like a trend. You'd have to see more studies like this.
Hmm.
But apparently, because peanut butter and jelly is pretty high in protein, relatively low on sugar, because grape jelly, while it is sweet, it doesn't necessarily have a like depending on which kind you get too, it doesn't have a shitload of sugar in it. It's got a decent amount,
I was
but
gonna
like
say I don't know, but there's sugar in peanut butter too, and in the bread.
yes, but it's you're getting protein, you're getting grain, especially if you get like whole grain bread type of thing. Like
Okay.
you're getting like fiber, protein, and a little bit of fruit. Which once again, your mileage will vary depending on the types of ingredients you're using. You know, like what type of peanut butter, what type of jelly.
Yeah. If
But
you.
like on average, like if you get like just basic ass peanut butter and jelly, it's not bad for you at all.
Sounds like a
Apparently.
conspiracy by Big Jelly.
From the University of Minnesota, where
Yeah.
there's tons of vineyards. It's known for its
I
vineyards.
don't know.
You know,
Minnesota.
the freezing cold state of Minnesota, known for where grapes love to thrive, that are typically known for thriving in warm weather. Love to be grown in Minnesota.
I'm pretty sure the University of Minnesota is on the Smucker's bankroll.
They're on big grape,
They're getting
part
those.
of big grape.
They're getting those GIF checks. No, that's wild to me. And I also have to unfortunately, vehemently and violently disagree. I actually don't like peanut butter and jelly at all. I'm like a fake '90s kid.
What?
I know. I just don't. I don't really like white bread, like sliced white bread. If you could get me,
Racist.
I know. I'm a self-hating white bread hater. If you could make
No.
like an
Well,
artisanal
white bread is not good. That's fine.
Yeah,
But
no.
like if you get like wheat bread or like whole wheat,
Yeah, I don't know. Make me like an artisanal peanut butter and jelly with good bread, like good peanut butter, good jelly. Then probably, but like I don't know, just like Wonder Bread and Jif peanut butter.
I think that's a hotter take than my Kojima stuff. Like, God damn.
It may be, it may be, but I also
No,
don't think that peanut butter and jellies are stuck up their own asses. I just don't happen to like them.
Well, no, with that attitude, they're not.
I like peanut butter and jelly so much I shove it up my own ass. I eat it in reverse.
'Cause I want it both ways.
Yeah,
Going in and coming out.
Yeah, you eat one in the business end and you eat one in the
What did the business end?
pleasure end.
No, I I lost my head.
Wow.
My earbud.
Is your mouth the pink and is the bottom the stink?
God damn it. No, it's funny though. Like I will say I am coming once again from coming.
Same.
I am
Once again, I am coming. Josh Koval 2025.
the Josh Koval story. It's my autobiography.
I need
Once
somebody
again,
to take this and do the like cyberpunk edit where it freeze frames it and it pulls it out into like the the like old school meme cut out with like the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Once again I am coming. Oh my god. I'll just do it. I can edit videos. But I don't want to, so somebody else do it.
But no, I kid you not. Every day from first grade until senior year of high school and a little bit beyond that, I had a peanut butter and jelly for lunch.
Explains a lot.
Dead serious. I don't know how I never got tired of it.
Yeah.
Because now I think I'd get tired of it. I get tired of the same meal if it's too, if I eat it too often.
Yeah.
But peanut butter and jelly, I ate every single day for years.
I think I've eaten peanut butter and jelly one time and I liked it. Every other time I've just been like, nah. It's yucky.
Now,
it's
hold on.
sticky.
Did you have peanut butter and jelly with crunchy peanut butter or creamy?
Probably most often creamy. But I do like crunchy.
Okay, good. Because crunchy is Satan.
Crunchy is Satan. Wow.
I mean, ironically, crunchy moms are the ones who are most likely to believe in Satan. You know what that? You ever heard that term before?
Oh yeah.
Crunchy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've run into a couple.
Well, I'm sure at your work you probably
Yeah.
have to deal with a few every now and then.
Oh yeah. Um. Yeah. Wow. Well, fine. Then don't make a top 10 list of your experiences.
I'll try. I'm not going to say no. Wow, I really, I really went places.
It always
I'll
does.
try. I'll I'll try. I don't like because I can't like I didn't watch a lot. I can't remember which movies I watched this year. The only show that I remember watching a lot of that isn't like Dropout related is The
Mm.
Sopranos.
I would. You could
Um,
put a dropout show on there if it's something that moved you enough to come to the top
oh,
10.
I mean, yeah, but like there's very few that like other than Sopranos and like a drop and like it would be all Dropout TV. That would be
Mm.
like my entire year that's not game related.
Mm.
Um,
What helps me
so I
sometimes when I'm
yeah.
like, oh crap, I missed a bunch of stuff to, because I'm an insane person. I just like write down. I mean, especially now that I'm doing review graphics for like everything that I experience that moves me, from film and animation to food to tabletop to video games to adventures to freaking the
D&D
arts.
was up there. That's an experience. I played
Yeah.
D&D this year. That was fun.
To wellness. I know what's going to be on my bottom list is getting my freaking wisdom teeth out. Um,
The vasectomy because I want to have kids now. The Andrew Kinsey story.
no, no, that was last year technically.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that was like around this time last year. Holy crap! But yeah, I'm a
Time
crazy person,
flies.
and so I just like write down everything that I am moved by, and I'm now ranking them out of 10, which I always thought was kind of arbitrary and dumb. But the part of
I
me,
think it's a
the
fun
ADHD
exercise. I
part of
think
me
it's worth doing it.
hates it, but like the undiagnosed possible autism spectrum loves it because it's like, yeah, structure. I don't know. I'm undiagnosed in both of those, but I have sneaking suspicions about both of them. Anyway, yeah, I will. I will probably come prepared with a top 10 and a bottom 10 experience list. If you want to just do games, that's totally fine.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can come with a list of like things. I'll even talk to Courtney. She has a better memory for some of this stuff than I do.
Yeah, I find for me
Um,
that what helps is just scrolling down through my like Instagram feeds or just like pictures I've taken, videos I've taken on my phone.
oh, that's very true.
That'll
I
spark
don't take
some
a lot of
memories.
pictures though.
Hmm.
I do like most often. I'm just curious. Like Sopranos, a Wheel of Time. I read Wheel. Oh my
Oh
god, I'm an
yeah,
idiot. I've been like gushing about Wheel of Time this year. Um, yeah, I'll think of something. I think I can at the very least come up with a few things. Sorry, I'm looking at my Instagram right now, just like you suggested. I'm not ignoring you.
I know.
Uh,
Hold the tomatoes for now, chat. Hold them for now.
yeah. Yeah, I'll have to see what I can come up with. But there's a couple. Oh man, I also have to like figure out like because I'm scrolling down and I'm looking at like uh oh shit, I beat that Ratchet and Clank game last year.
Nice.
That was last year though. Um, I'm gonna have to like look at some of this. But I was looking back. I posted some of my Patreon polls, and I just realized like I have what is it? I have to come up with two different polls for the Patreon soon. Like
Hmm.
uh, I have to do it soon. I actually need to do. I think I got to come up with a poll maybe next week. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to start thinking of because I do at the beginning of each year. I do quarterly polls no matter what. Every quarter, every 3 months, for them to choose a game I'll cover, and then the beginning of every year I do a big backlog month poll where I put 16 games up
Hmm.
and the 4 games with the most votes and my patrons can vote for as many games as they want to, they it's only one vote per game. Like they can only vote for a game once, but they could vote for like 6 different games out of the 16 that I put up. um and then whichever 4 games get the most votes, that's the 4 that I cover in October for backlog month. So,
Hmm.
and it gives me a chance to, especially if it gets RPG heavy, I have 10 months to play through it along with the other stuff that I end up playing. So, uh, yeah, the beginning, I've noticed recently, and then I'll stop talking about the best, like my experiences in a second, but like, I noticed recently, because I can look on my blue sky of like when I've been playing the most games. I play a shitload of games in the beginning of the year and the end of the year, and then
Hmm.
like summer to fall, I kind of die out, and then December, like late November, early December, I start to pick it back up again. It's happened like 2 years in a row where I'll beat like 13 or 14 games over the span of like the first 5 months of the year, and then I won't beat any, like I'll beat maybe two over the next like six, or over the next like 4 or 5, and then it gets to December, like looking let me bring up my blue sky again just to make sure I'm remembering that correctly. But like Boku no Natsuyasumi too, when we did that, that
Yeah.
was like the first game I had beaten in like 3 months or so,
Wow. That
something like that. I'm gonna have to double check, but yeah.
specifically playing that game one day at a time might make my top 10. That was so much
That
fun.
was such a fun idea, man.
Yeah.
I really loved doing that. Yeah, so like I have my, oh, that's not what it is. Where are you at? I can't see where all my, there it is.
Where are you at?
Cuz I'm up to 28 games beaten so far this year.
Whoa.
I'll definitely beat at least 29 cuz I'm close to finishing Nightfire. But like by, let's see here. By February 26th of this year, I had beaten 10 games.
Hmm.
Like, that's 10 games in less than 2 months, dude.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't even know if I beat that many this year. I have to think about it.
Some of them were short, right? Like Muppet Treasure Island, an hour and a half. But then
Yeah.
Beloved Rapture was 23 hours. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, 28 hours. Castlevania was 5.5. Portal, 1.5.
Yeah.
Infamous, though, 18 hours. Samurai Pizza Cats was only 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi Partners in Time was 16 hours. Astrobot was 19 or 14 hours, excuse me, and then Medal of Honor Underground was 7 hours. So like I have a couple short ones, but like
Wait. How long? It
what?
took you 19 hours, 14 hours to beat Astrobot?
Yeah.
And then there's another like 115 hours that your daughter put onto the game. That's awesome.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, we were talking about that last week.
And then even if I go up to like game 13, that's March 9th, right? And then if I go up to game 15, where are you at? Where'd it go?
Where are you
Which
at?
was Uncharted. That was March 23rd. So I beat 15 games within the first 3 months.
Holy crap.
But 16, but then, so that was March. Didn't beat a single game in April. Beat the Indiana Jones game in May. Beat Wind Waker in June. Beat Golden Sun in July. I beat a game called Astra and the Constellation in July as well, but that was an hour and a half long game. Metroid Prime I beat in July, so I beat 3 games in July.
Hmm.
But then Boku no Natsuyasumi in August, Greece in September,
Nice.
Diablo in October, Gravity Rush at the very end of November. Like it was, I beat Diablo 2 October 21st, and I beat Greece on November 28th. And then since then, on November 20, since I beat Greece on the 28th, I've beaten, if you count Greece, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games since November 28th.
Dang.
And
I
none of them are like Mario. The original Super Mario Brothers was the shortest at 2 hours, but like Hitman, the 2016 Hitman 2, those are all 10 to 11 hours, and then 007 Agent Under Fire was only 4. But it's like I crammed 15 games into the first 3 months,
yeah.
and then the last like 13 games took me the next 10, like
Yeah.
the next 9. It's
Holy crap.
crazy.
I'm just looking at like once I started logging these again this year, which I was doing in like 2017 to 2022, I think I was logging everything just for no reason other than for myself. I mean, I would make a post at the end of the year and stuff, but I stopped and I started again this year in the summer. And I've only beaten 6 so far that I started, from the summertime till now, which is Sonic Frontiers, Doom 2016, Boku no Natsu Yasumi 2, Sonic Rush, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and Devil May Cry 5. Hopefully, soon to be Ninja Gaiden 4 and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I'm really hoping to beat those both before the end of the year because this year has been the year of the ninja. We got Shinobi and 2 Ninja Gaidens. 2 new Ninja Gaidens this year.
I was going to ask you something, just thinking about like the games, because like I said, I'm going to be doing backlog month. This might be something kind of fun. It's kind of putting you on the spot right now, but no research you have to do. I'm just going to, gut opinion. I'm going to put a Sonic game on my backlog month this year. I'll probably end up covering a Sonic game later on, but just to see if my patrons push me that way, right?
Okay.
Should I cover? Now, so far, the only Sonic game I've covered is the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wow.
That's
okay.
it. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think. I don't want to say like. Hold on. What's the newest Sonic game? Sonic
Frontiers.
The Frontiers. That was that 3D one that was kind of like, it was okay, right?
Yeah. It had some of the highest highs and lowest lows of Sonic. It's so frustrating when games do that.
Okay. So with that in mind then.
This, of course, is assuming you're not counting the spin-off games like Crossworlds or like Sonic Rumble. But proper Sonic.
Just proper Sonic.
Story.
I only have 3. I was hoping to get a 4th one, but I don't want to do Sonic Mania because I know everyone's going to choose Sonic Mania. Like I want to cover that when I like to choose things where I'm like, I'm not sure what people would want me to cover. I know someone will want, Sonic Mania is super popular.
It's incredible too. It's also a huge love letter to 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles. So I wouldn't play Mania until after you play all the classics, or at least 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles.
I mean,
maybe Sonic CD.
Of Mania. I played a chunk of Mania and really enjoyed it. But,
okay, I think you'd like it more if you played the old ones, all the old ones.
Okay, I got it now. So, should I cover on the show Sonic 2, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Frontiers, or Sonic Rush?
Oh, those are all great.
They're all kind of like Sonic 2 is phenomenal. I know Sonic Rush is really good. I've actually played a chunk of Sonic Rush and I'm really bad at it. It's really hard. Sonic Rush I found really hard.
It's super hard. Like that's one of the things that kept me from almost not beating it. I was like, at certain points I was like, fuck this game. There's a couple of points where it just straight up, the level design works against the main mechanics of the game. And I was just like, why? Who made this choice? Why? But then once you start to get you remember like, okay, this really annoying part's coming up, and you get through it. It's one of my favorites. Sonic Rush is
so
awesome.
My question then becomes, which one of those 4 do I put on the poll? Doesn't mean that it's going to get chosen, but which one of those 4 do I put on the poll?
Yeah. 2, Rush, Frontiers, and
Adventure.
Because
I own Adventure for the Dreamcast. I own, obviously, the OG Sonic 2 on the Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
I own all of them, I should say. But, like, I'm always thinking, like, what should I do for, what should I cover on the show type of thing.
Oh, man. If you do Sonic 2, I would love to be a guest because that was my very first video game of all time. There's such good merit for all of them because Sonic 2 is your next retro one, and then that will get you closer to Mania, which is I love that one. Adventure is the first proper 3D one. Frontiers is the newest one, so then it's like I would say probably Frontiers is at the bottom of my list of urgency for you to play it.
Okay.
But then the further we get away from it, the less urgency that you should have to play it. Um,
I'm not worried about the urgency of playing. You're talking about Frontier, right?
yeah.
I wouldn't worry about the urgency. I don't mind playing if it's like urgency. It doesn't matter. It's
Well,
fine. Like I'll play it at some point.
I think what I mean by that is if a new Sonic game comes out that overall is better, I think you may miss Frontiers because there are some incredible moments of that game that are held back by its annoying parts that if a new better game came out, I would probably say like, yeah, you can skip Frontiers because there are some annoying parts. But it's also just like there are some really bland parts.
Okay.
But like the boss fights, some of the best of the entire franchise. The music, some of the best of the entire franchise. In Frontiers, yeah. The boss fights are unlike anything you've ever seen in a Sonic game. It becomes Dragon Ball Z, basically. Like, they're nuts. Great music. Kind of janky at times. I mean, it's a 3D Sonic game, so you kind of get what you get. Sometimes it's buttery smooth and works perfectly. And sometimes you're like, why did I just zip through the floor and fall through the earth and die? Typical Sonic. Oh, man. I'm having a really hard time deciding because they all have merit.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know which one to choose. I can tell you at least. I'm planning for my quarterly poll. It's going to be 4 N64 games. I have to choose them all still.
Oh my god!
But it's going to be 4 N64 games that I have not covered. One's going to be Banjo-Kazooie. I can tell you that already because I've not covered Banjo-Kazooie on the podcast.
Really?
No, not on the pod.
That's one of my favorites. I just showed Polisa that she just beat it recently, like this week.
It's a fun game. It's a cute game. It's good.
That that's top. That may be a top 10 all-time game for me. I think it is actually.
I'm trying to look at what else I have in my collection that I have not touched yet. Technically, I want to redo Ocarina of Time, but that's gonna win. Like everyone's gonna vote for Ocarina.
It's gonna get the popular
vote.
vote.
In all honesty, it's not my favorite Zelda.
Dang.
Ocarina of Time was my first Zelda. Fell in love with the series from it. I shouldn't say fell in love with the series. I'm not a huge Zelda fan anymore, but I like the series well enough. But now I go back to play it, and it's just tough to play. It's just I'm not even talking about the mechanics. I just mean like the gameplay is very clunky to me. But that's a conversation for another day.
Banjo-Kazooie, I just pulled it up, is number 7 on my top 10 games of all time.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go. Okay, so if we're looking back to Sonic, though, we are knocking out Sonic Frontiers, I think.
Well,
definitively right now.
See,
no,
I just said that, and yet I think I may vote Sonic Frontiers purely for the fact that it is the newest one, and there are some super hype as hell moments in that.
Okay, how about this? If you could choose two of them,
probably Frontiers or I want to say Sonic 2 because I have such a soft spot.
That's what I was personally leaning to, Frontiers and 2.
But I think you'll eventually come back to that sooner than you would one of the weird ones like Sonic Rush. So my personal take is between Frontiers and Rush.
All right. You know what? Do I have a coin?
Put up a poll to vote what gets on the poll.
I've done it when there's tie breaks. Okay, I have a bottle cap, Andrew.
Okay, shit.
Let's see if. Hold on, I was trying to see like that wasn't because I didn't call what it was going to be.
Okay,
I was going to see like how accurate. Like, will flicking it actually work? Kind of, yeah. Let me see, just make sure it's not going to like favor one side. No, okay. All right. So the open side is, we'll say, Sonic Rush.
Okay.
The underside is Sonic Frontier.
All right.
What did I say? The underside is Sonic Frontier?
I think the underside you said was Rush.
No,
I don't know.
No, I said open side is Sonic Rush, underside is Sonic Frontier.
Okay, then it's I guess
I'm pretty
Frontiers.
sure. Sonic Frontiers will be on the poll.
Okay.
It's decided. And then I got to pick 3 other N64 games for the quarterly poll. Those 4 games will not appear on the backlog one. I love the beginning of the year because it's like a whole bunch of games that get thrown up there,
Yeah.
and we'll see who wins. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the watch the footage because I don't know if that was.
Do you want to redo it again?
No, it's okay. It can be Frontiers. I kind of want you to do Frontiers more because it is the newest one. Before, like I said, before another one comes out and overshadows it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also don't really feel like bashing my head into the wall with Sonic Rush personally.
Yeah, that was kind of definitely a slog. Like a couple of the later levels, I found myself having to, like, which in a Sonic game you don't want to do, go really slow to be like, okay, so after this part is this part, and after this part is this part, and then once you get that down, okay, now I can go through actually fast, and so yeah, but overall, really worth it. The boss fights in that game are brutally hard. Oh
okay.
my god, really, really hard.
Wait, in Sonic Rush, sorry, or
yes, yeah, in Rush.
I do remember that there's like one that's like on a snake or something. It's like an early boss fight.
Yeah,
that I was like really struggling with. That's where I kind of rage quit at.
It's tough. Yeah, even me as a self-professed, Sega shill, Sonic shill in particular. Holy crap, there was a couple of parts where I was like, I don't know if I want to keep playing this. But then the music would kick back in, and I'd be like, all right, yeah, I could do one more.
We should start wrapping this
Yes.
up soon, though, dude, because I actually have to watch a Zelda cartoon for my recording session tomorrow,
Ooh.
which I'm so excited about.
Yes.
The recording session I'm excited about. The Zelda cartoon, I'm not.
I think I've talked about it before. Have you ever watched somebody edited Beavis and Butthead dialogue over that cartoon?
Really?
Yes, and it is one of the funniest things, and also really well done edits I've ever seen on the internet. Beavis is Link and Butthead is the king. And then the other characters still keep their regular voices. So like Zelda is still Zelda. Like, and you mentioned him being a sex pest earlier. I forget if that was off mic or on mic.
I don't remember if either, but yeah, he's a sex pest.
But the scene from, I think it's the first episode where he falls out of the sky and he pretends to be, he comes crashing through the like haystack in a wheelbarrow thing, and Zelda comes up and is like, "Are you okay?" And in the real one, he goes, "How about a kiss to wake me up?" or something stupid like that. And she goes, "You're fine." In this edit, it's just him as Beavis going, oh, "Booby, booby, 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 booby." It's so funny. But it is shocking how well done. Like, they must have searched through a database of Beavis and Butthead quotes because they put him in places that make sense. Like, there's one where like he does the little tornado warping thing to like get him and Zelda away, and then the Butthead as the king goes, "Oh, tornadoes kick ass." It's so good. I'll have to send it to you. I think it's like 10 minutes long. It's one of my favorite things on the internet. Anyway, please enjoy that, the real one and the edit. As far as last things, I know there was a... Oh, yeah. I saw freaking... Oh, yeah, real quick. So I mentioned I've been continuing Ninja Gaiden 4. Super rad. The weapon that I just got is the most fun I've had with a 3D Ninja Gaiden weapon since like the original, the first 3D ones. Okay. Yeah. There's like basically this box. This was like the here you go, have fun weapon. It's like a box that he wears on his back, kind of like Naruto when he has the scroll on his back. It's just like a box, and he reaches his hands in, and the mechanics are totally different too. He has like normally there's light attacks on square and strong attacks on triangle. In this, your light attacks are projectiles, and your heavy attacks are melee attacks. So when you can just sit there and mash triangle, and he's just throwing all this random shit out of the box, like giant shuriken and bombs and like javelins and shit. And then you start mashing triangle, and he's like got like a big chain and a ball, like a spiked ball, and like tonfas, and like just every weapon just materializes itself out of this box, and it's just so over the top and cool and dumb. And it also like each weapon has a what's called like a blood raven form, which is like normally your main weapon is you have these two swords. When you use meter to do the blood raven form, when you hold for me it's L2, but I messed my controls around a little bit. He gets one. He puts them together into one huge sword, like take up the whole screen sword. Or for there's one weapon that's like a spear, and when you do the blood raven form, it becomes this big ass hammer. So the blood raven form for the magic box is you just get two mechanical like robot arms. So you kind of become like Ninja Goro. Like you just have two extra arms with blades on them. Like it's just, they literally were like, just fucking give him everything. Get just everything. And it's so much fun. And it's, again, so over the top, and it still somehow works and fits because this one is like super in the future and it's like cyberpunky. But I was having a blast just messing around and just like laughing out loud at how over the top it is and how cool it makes you feel. And still just highly recommend that game. I'm going to say that every week until I beat it, and probably then some.
I do want to try. It's not Ninja Gaiden 4, but I do want to try Rage Bound, just because like I'm 2D platformers and action platformers are like kind of like something I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So I do want to play the Shinobi one, but I also really want to play Rage Bound.
In a weird way, part of me wants to maybe suggest Shinobi first, because I kept finding myself wanting to do the mechanics of Ragebound in Shinobi, and it kept messing me up. But I imagine that might also go the other way too. But God,
I will have to see like what I end up preferring.
Yeah. But another thing I've been continuing is that Pokemon Lazarus, the fan game that's like set in like fictional Pokemon Greece. Very cool. Another thing that the Pokemon or the fan Pokemon community offers over official Nintendo games is overtly queer representation. So I was like really surprised. I was like, oh wait, this guy said my boyfriend, or like, you know, it'll say like a woman says my wife, and it's like, oh, like I've been playing Pokemon for so long that seeing that in a game that feels official gives me pause, and I'm like, and then I hate that. I'm like, ew, Nintendo, you've never done this before. That's why it feels weird. Like, this should have always existed. And then now seeing it for real in a fan game, you're like, oh yeah, no, they don't really do this, do they? Huh. Lame.
Not usually.
But it's still proving to be really fun, really cool. I like the story. I like the gyms. The gym designs are cool. A lot of quality of life improvements over the main series. And then last thing, I'll just say, since we're already winding down, if you want the full version of this, go check out my 4-hour long stream full reaction of this. But we watched the Game Awards. You and I watched it together. Technically.
Sorry.
Virtually.
Yes. The Game Awards, yeah.
Yeah. I went to play the lottery, and Expedition 33 won. It was like the spelling bee thing that I sent you. Freaking.
What was that? Sorry, is that another joke? Sorry, I'm so. Did you actually play the lottery, or you just making Expedition 33? Joke?
No, I was just making another joke that I didn't.
I also
win.
wasn't sure if like you were like picking like which is the next game I'm going to buy, and then Expedition 33 won that. I don't know. Sorry, I got confused for a second.
It's okay. It's getting late. Expedition 33 won everything. Spoiler alert, if you haven't heard already, Expedition 33 won everything. And it turns out I was wrong. I thought that what was it? I think Red Dead Redemption, from what I saw in a quick Google, I think it was saying that like Red Dead Redemption and Astrobot were both tied for most awards at 4, but it was actually, I think, Last of Us Part 1, or maybe it was 2. One of the Last of Us games won, I think, 7, and that was the highest awarded game at the Game Awards until this year, in which the freaking Expedition 33 won 9. They
That's
have won
wild,
9.
man. I didn't think Last of Us won 7. I could have sworn they won like 4 as well.
You never know with Google
Game-
anymore because you're getting fed like AI results that could just be bullshit. But I thought that was the case.
Uh, apparently, okay. You know what? Oh, no, that's series. Astrobot won 1, 2, 3, 4. Elden Ring won 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's if you count the most anticipated. We'll do it 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's because the most anticipated was the year before. Um, Baldur's Gate 3 won 1, 2. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Baldur's Gate 3 won 5. Um, all in 2023 between community support, multiplayer, role playing, game of the year, and then best performance. This is all very confusing because they're listing all the wins even across years. Last of Us Part 2 won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you're right. 7.
7, yeah.
7.
That's wild.
Up
Yeah.
until this one.
All in
'Cause it
one
won-
year.
I still, I don't like that it won Game of the Year in 2020. I think that should have gone to Ghost of Tsushima, but you know, whatever.
Wasn't that both Naughty Dog?
No, Ghost of Tsushima is Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. I always get them confused. But yeah, so obviously, congrats to freaking Expedition 33. Obviously, sales
Hopefully
of that.
I get you for Christmas.
I know. The sales of this game skyrocketed after this.
Oh, I believe it.
Like I saw a chart and it was just like straight up. Yeah, a lot of cool reveals of things. That weird ass Badger game looked great. A new Ace Combat I'm stoked for. You listed a bunch of them. New Mega Man. The new Mega Man game looks super pretty. The most disgusting trailer I've ever watched in my entire life, the Divinity trailer.
Oh,
That
from Larian's also been in the news. The developer of
for the
Divinity.
AI.
Well, apparently it's been blown out of proportion a little bit. Like he's like, what is it? Apparently, because Jason Schreier, the person who reported it, added some clarification today. I haven't read what it was, but he was like, I'm surprised by the blowback by it because I guess the way that he, what is it? I guess the way that it was phrased in his reporting made it sound like they're encouraging their developers to use AI. What is it? He goes, if I had known the 2 paragraphs about Gen AI in my article today would be so controversial, I would have expanded them a bit. Here's a rough transcript of the relevant portion of my interview with Sven Vinke, so everyone has all the context, and then he has the full article there.
I think it's what it boiled down to was they thought it was more generative AI that they were using, but it's actually additive AI, which I don't really know what the difference is. But it doesn't seem like, and I can't imagine Larian of all people are going to be like, yeah, we're firing half our team because fucking AI is taking over. They seem like a good company. One of the good ones. Please don't disappoint me, Larian.
Speaking of efficiency, you've spoken a little bit about generative AI, and I know it's been a point of discussion on the team. So do you feel like you can speed up production? He goes, in terms of generation, like white boxing, yes, there's things, but I'm not 100% sure if you're actually seeing speed ups that much. You're trying more stuff. Having tried stuff out, I don't actually think it accelerates things because there's a lot of hype out there. I haven't really seen, oh, this is really going to replace things. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen a lot where you initially get excited, oh, this could be cool, and then you say, In the end, it doesn't really do the thing. Everything is human actors. We are writing everything ourselves.
Hmm.
There's no generated assets that you're going to see in the game. We are trying to use generated assets to accelerate white boxing. But I mean, to be fair, we're talking about basic things to help the level designers.
Okay.
That so it seems I think white boxing is just like I don't know what that process is in terms of game design. My assumption is like before you have all the art assets and everything, it's literally replacing like the landscapes
The
and the
terrain.
characters, the terrain and everything
Yeah.
with just white boxes. I'm guessing.
I think it's when they build out. Yeah, like that's the first part of when they build out levels is just getting the geometry itself. So they're probably
Yeah.
doing some kind of algorithm, kind of like how No Man's Sky does it with their, or anything really with like a procedurally generated. They're probably using some kind of
Oh,
thing.
sorry. Hold on.
Oh,
My headphone popped out. Continue.
and that's why I hate women. No, suddenly just takes a turn. No, so I think what I'm gleaning from this is that it probably is they use some kind of algorithm to generate.
Actually, you know what? Here he explains what white boxing is.
Okay.
In our case, what we do is white boxing means that the scripts put stub text in there. Some scripters will probably use Chat GPT. Some will write it themselves. It's really up to them. But you found it's not actually speeding things up. It's just kind of allowing more experimentation. That's Jason Schreier saying that. And then Sven replies, well, in the sense that speeds it up because your experimentation is broader. But I mean, it's not as if their dialogue are suddenly being written faster. And on the contrary, it's not as if you're seeing the scripting going faster. What's happening is there's just more stuff being done. But I mean, if you've used ChatGPT, it helps you organize things, gets you faster. And then Jason goes, until it screws up, and Sven goes, right. You will always have to alter it yourself. And I mean, like, I'm non-native English, so it's easier for me to make my phrases without. It's easier for me to make my phrases without mistakes, so it helps with that.
Yeah, like you said, the more that the density is created, there's just more that you're going to have to go back and adjust with a human hand anyway. So it sounds like they're.
So this is what he's saying. Then Jason asked to write company emails, and Sven goes, no. I mean, like putting it in there to see, okay, this is a clean version of my text. So what's happening is I write with worse grammar, and now and then I use it to clean up my text, and then I have to go over it again to clean it up again. Jason says that seems like it would take more time. Sven goes, yes, I know, but I have the feeling like my phrases are better. And Jason goes, your English is pretty good. You don't have to worry that much. And Sven goes, I think that experimentation, white boxing, some broader white boxing, lots and lots of applications, and retargeting, cleaning, and editing. These are things that just usually take a lot of time. So that allows you to do more. So there's a lot of value in terms of the creative process itself. It helps in doing things, but I haven't seen the acceleration. So I'm really curious to see because there's all studios that said, oh, this is going to accelerate. If you look at the state of art of games today, they're still in their infancy. Will they eventually manage to do that at a large scale? I don't know how much data centers are going to need to just be able to do it. And then Jason pushes back. It doesn't seem like it's causing more efficiency, so why use it? Then he goes, it's a tech-driven industry, so you try stuff. You can't afford to not try things because if somebody finds the golden egg and you're not using it, you're dead in this industry. And he goes, okay. Jason replies, okay, but the downside is, though, that it's poisonous, controversial to players, to artists, to creative people in a way that other tech isn't. Maybe Photoshop used to be back in the day. Sven, this is the last thing he has? Yeah. This is the last line in the screenshot. I think you would find the same argument back in the days for a lot of things, right? Anything that was has been automated has always considered. I think the part of this job is to make sure that you are competitive at the state of art. Competitive and state of the art. So if you don't look at the state of the art, you will eventually regret it. That's going to be even worse for developers. So it seems like from his description here, he's allowing people to tinker with it to see if it's actually helpful. And so far he's not seeing it.
Okay.
Like he's saying the final output will always be human generated, but is there a way generative AI, like filler text and stuff like that, is there a way that that is being able to be helpful? And props to Jason for pushing back on the narrative, like saying like, but like
Yeah.
people hate this. Like, don't you think that's a risk?
And also, it's a
And
massive energy suck
yes, it is.
and water.
Um, I actually don't hate his response though, in the sense like I understand it like in someone in their shoes where there's this big tech arms race, like could this be useful for something? Like you have to try it to see if it could be useful, and if it's not, then you get rid of it.
Yeah.
I think it's been pretty well proven though, and kind of go against this that this is so this is not helpful. It's also more importantly, it's not ethical, but
Yeah.
like because it steals from artists and all this other stuff. So like I don't know. I understand where he's coming from. I think he like in a weird sense like his logic doesn't seem like how can I put this? I think it's a bad choice. I don't think they should be doing anything with it at all. But his logic behind it isn't to replace people, it's to speed people up, which I can and there in fact he actually put out a statement clarifying apparently they're hiring more concept artists too. Like they're not it's not like it's preventing them from hiring people.
Right.
They're literally trying to see can we use this new thing as a tool, not as a replacement.
Mm.
And that I can that I can I still disagree with, but I can at least understand the argument for because that he's treating his employees as people, and if they want to use it, if it can help them, then why wouldn't we use it to help us speed up our process? But so far, from what also in that interview was saying, it doesn't seem like there's been much speed up.
Yeah. Uh, I I don't hate this response either. Um, like I think I've seen some statements from my at one time Lord and Savior Lorne Lanning, the creator of Oddworld, um, about AI, and he's just kind of seemingly, I'm gonna super paraphrase, but he's kind of just like, I mean, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere, so we might as well like figure out how to ethically use it. And I'm like, okay, I guess, but we're not there yet, and so
Hmm.
there isn't many ways to ethically use it unless you're doing it super minimally. Um, in which case, yeah, sure, but I want to see us get to a place that's way more ethical and way less damaging on the environment. And
Yes,
unfortunately,
that's
I do think he is kind of right that like it's going to take the experimentation to figure that out. If we all just stop now, it's not going to go anywhere. I don't think. But right now, where we are, it's too much damage for not enough
I
benefit for people.
100% agree. In fact, I've been, I mean, we really have to wrap this up. I
Yeah,
have to, um, but I've been like pissed off at AI, generative AI, even more so than recently. I just don't hate, from what I'm seeing on Blue Sky, these people are, for the most part, even more mad at the extended context. Apparently, they thought the article made him look even better. Um, than what the full context of the interview that I just read did.
yeah.
I I don't know. I disagree with that. The vibe I got from it was that he's not using it to replace people. He's using it to like in the attempts to help people. With that said, yeah, I still think it's a bad choice. Like it's like you were saying, Andrew. It is so like the environmental impact is not worth this.
Yeah, and it's helping people that work for him make things faster so that he can make money faster so that they can get onto making more things to make him
Well,
more money.
I think though like see that I don't think it's necessarily just a money thing. Like yes, that's a byproduct of it. The vibe I've got because in the midst of all the game layoffs and everything, Sven made a very bold statement at last year's Game Awards. If you
Yeah, yeah,
remember,
yeah,
he was the one that like really kind of like called out the rest of the industry, and their game had just won Game of the
yeah,
year prior or whatever, right? Or maybe that was them. It was a speech 2 years ago, like in the midst of all the layoffs. So like, I don't think I think he. I don't know the man. I could be it's all speculation, But the vibe I got from that statement was that he is genuinely trying to help his employees make their job easier for them.
Hmm.
I just don't think this is the way to do it, and I think the benefits do not anywhere near outweigh the harms that
Yeah.
generative AI, ChatGPT, like LLMs, and all this other stuff is just it's abhorrent and it's just not worth it. So I think the you could it still is a little damning that he's like he knows all this and he's still willing to try it anyway. But at the same time, like I don't know, like if you're in a competitive industry and you want to stay competitive, it is smart. Like you have to do your due diligence and look at everything. But I like because every single person is like, well, this failed for this person, but I bet I could do it, type of thing. I feel like that mentality is a little bit too prevalent
I think
with a
so.
lot of these companies with generative AI.
Because there's companies like Amazon who are showing you exactly what not to do. Like, have you seen their stuff with their anime dubs and like the
anime
Fallout
dubs,
thing?
which they removed, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, they did walk back and remove the anime dubs. But did you see what they did with the Fallout TV show?
I heard about that. The AI generated overview was wrong,
It
just
was
flat out wrong.
They made an AI summary of the previous season to get you ready for their second season, and it got details of the story wrong. Like how? Who? It's the most Amazon shit I've ever heard. Like
It's insane. I mean, it really just shows what they actually think of their work. They don't give a fuck. And
Right.
it just
'Cause it's gonna make
that's the main
money
thing
regardless.
that I find when like I think that's the reason why the Larian thing doesn't make me as mad is because they're not trying to replace people.
Yeah.
It's not meant to replace people. It's meant to be a tool, but it's still tone deaf. Like you still shouldn't be using it. I still don't think it's good, but like their approach is at least trying to be like, well, how can we use this to help our people? But so far, that it's the thing. Literally, everyone's been saying since its inception. It's trying to solve a problem that does not exist.
yeah. Why can't we just have
And
AI?
a lot of the stuff that like, ChatGPT can make us more organized. I'm like, so can Excel spreadsheets. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like it doesn't do it that much faster,
Yeah. I mean,
if at all.
I just want AI to be used to make us free us up to make more art and create more and not the other way around.
Well, and like there is good things with AI. What is it? There's people and leftists sometimes get confused with this because they see like, oh, this was caught by AI. There's people who have survived cancer because AI was able to detect something that the human eye could not see.
Sure.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
That is literally like a human could not do this, and so the AI solved a problem that a human could not solve.
Yeah. And that's great. That's like those are the applications of AI that I'm like all for. Because that's not ripping anybody off or putting anyone out of a job.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, we got to get going though. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah. On that note, I'm going to go have dreams of electric sheep and fruitager arrow solar punk worlds of futures that we were promised and denied because we live in this capitalist hellscape. And I hope you all do the same. Thank you, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Go to therapy. And what's my recommendation for today?
Watch that Video Game History Foundation
I
documentary.
was just gonna say, watch the Sega channel, specifically documentary, because I'm sure. Oh God, I can't watch that tonight. I don't have time. I was gonna be like, I could probably just no. I'll watch the whole thing and then I won't get any sleep. Next week, tune in. I think it's just gonna be my lady and I. We'll be talking about one of a couple of things, possibly including Wicket. We both have a lot of things to say about that. Tomorrow, Wildcard Wednesday, going to probably play more Shinobi. Thursday, Throwdown Thursday is going to be cracking open the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. And then, who knows what else the next week holds for us. Josh, any plugs, words words of or dick pics you want to share before we leave?
It's going to take about 4 to 5 business days for it to get
there. We go. That's the full circle moment. That's the callback.
Yeah. No, the only thing I have is you know what? I was about to talk about an episode coming out next week, but because you made the reference that it sounds like a sex party, I don't know if I should. Um,
The
the Atari Party
Atari
episode is
Party.
dropping Patreon in an hour, and then it will be out for everyone on Sunday, and I'm very excited. I'm very proud of that episode, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it.
I have been jiggling my joystick in anticipation.
Ho,
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.